there's a fucking menu here, there's a menu here, and there's a menu on the fucking bar. And you just go, y'all got a porter? Bitch, look at the menu!
I'm sorry, I'm literate.
You go, no, you're fucking not!
Y'all got Big Mac? Well, this is McDonald's, sir. Yes, we have a Big Mac.
You asked for a fucking Big Mac or Burger King. Sweet Jesus.
Y'all got Whopper? I love that Whopper.
You remember the Big and Tasty? You got that? I think been gone for fucking years, son.
Can I have a triple stack filet of fish?
You know what is worse than y'all got a porter? I hear this all the time. 2 beers, please. I'm like, fuck? Or I was like, which one? And they're like, 2 beers. And I was like, there's 18 on the menu, dipshit. Look at the menu. It's 2 60-inch TVs behind the bar. They're like, 2 beers. I was like, the fuck are you talking about? I'm like, you want Bud Light? And they're like, sure. And I'm like, okay. I don't even have Bud Light, but I'm just going to give them this shit. And they're like, 2 more Bud Lights. I'm like, all right, what the fuck ever, dude.
Give me something pale.
Give me something pale.
Fucking dipshits, man. There's one thing you learn as a fucking bartender. A, people don't fucking read. And B, people don't fucking read. That's it. That's the only 2 things you fucking know.
Our waitress at the tap. I was like, let me get the Fiesta Feta spread.
Filet of fish.
I was like, let me get the Fiesta Feta spread. And she's like, it's spicy. And I was like, did it get spicier than the last time I had it? And she's like, well, I'm white, so it's spicy to me. And I was like, I'm also white. That's what I said. I was like, I said I'm also white.
Bro, there's cilantro on top of that shit. Salad.
Facts. But I was like, I'm also white. And she's like, I'm basic white girl. And I was like, oh, so like pumpkin spice. And she's like, You're done.
You're done.
You're done. Yes, that's what she said.
But then I got the fucking firecracker shrimp, which is probably way more spicier than this fucking cheese spread he had.
Cheese spread. Oh, it's feta spread.
It didn't come from a can from Rule King.
You don't know that.
It might have, actually. That's a good fucking point. She said, you're done.
You're done. You're done.
Then
and
what?
she had the fucking hand motion. You're done.
Then what?
Then what?
Then what happened?
She fucking walked away. I don't know.
She walked away and then there was beers.
And then she come back and she's like, was it spicy? And I said, no.
You're done.
You're done.
That's funny.
You're done.
You're done. And then I gave her a $20 tip. So.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, this is a house of non-shitty tippers.
$20!
Calm down, kid.
You calm down. $20. Maybe
Your
$5.
fucking Bush Light tab's more than that. Calm
Bush
down.
Light tab? I haven't had a Bush tab in a long time. Since I started drinking with y'all.
Changed it.
Y'all got a pour.
Exactly what you did. I'm glad you got all that.
What?
You recorded all that. I know you did.
Mm-hmm.
You fucker!
I did.
I fucking knew it. Fucking knew it.
Y'all got salad? I'm on a diet. This episode is sponsored by salad. Anything green.
Yeah.
Anything the color green. If you can tell what the color green is salad.
Put the goddamn beer down.
We have a colorblind man on the episode today.
Jesus fucking
And he
Christ,
thought
dude.
that fire injured red was green. And it's not.
I'm about to just
It's
give
red.
you everything in a fucking can.
No,
that's half
no.
empty.
I'm sorry.
Take your fucking time. All right.
I probably ruined
We're going to start. No, you're not going to fucking ruin it.
He's eating a lot of salads. He's weak. Can't hold that up.
You're not going to ruin anything. Just take your fucking time.
You're fucking it up. Go away.
Whatever.
What's up, milkers? Welcome back. Hello to another episode.
Episode 200.
Episode 200. There will not be a beer of the week this episode because we have a very special treat for you listeners today. This is just another episode, or this is not just another episode.
Obviously.
This is the 200th episode of thecummcast. Yay! For today's special occasion, we will be doing something we are calling Beerpocolypse. Beerpocolypse. As always, please drink responsibly. Welcome to the show, everyone. Let's get into it.
episode 200. Yeah, we did it. Blah, 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 blah. This podcast started in 2019 and is now 2023. So that is 4 years. It'll be 4
went
years.
through 2 girlfriends.
It'll be a full. It'll be a full 4 years in April. So this is very special to us. This is
5 years.
Yeah, like a full 4, starting 5. Your mom, shut up. Anyway.
No, it's 5 years in April 2024.
Whatever.
It's already 4.
Whatever.
It's 4.5.
Anyway, episode 200, everybody. This is a very special occasion.
Man doesn't even know.
We have gotten here because we are stupid and we know how to talk and make people laugh. And that's it. But we couldn't do this absolutely fucking ridiculous show without you, so thank everybody so much for supporting us, listening every week. We love the fuck out of you. Thank you, India and America and everywhere else.
Who is our top listener now?
America. Because you made some Indian racial shit and they don't
There
listen
wasn't
anymore.
an Indian racial shit. It was somebody that peed in a monastery or a church in India and they killed them.
Yeah.
Hey, I was on that last
And you know what
podcast.
happened?
I will.
You know what happened?
That's probably my fault. You guys are
India.
fucking racist.
Decline.
That's not racist. It was a fucking news
No
article.
more India.
Well,
We went from like 200 an episode in India to dog shit.
you don't need them anyway. Fuck them.
There might have been a prince in there.
Fuck them.
No, probably not.
Prince?
Not the prince.
Not the prince, not the dead prince.
He's fucking dead.
No,
prince.
a prince.
Everybody, Alec Bennett, welcome back to the podcast.
Hey, what's up, bub?
Jesus Christ.
Fucking Christ.
Anyway,
Hey, I'm more talkative now.
you're worth talking to?
No, more talkative than
Oh,
I was
okay.
before.
Holy shit.
Well, we got you going on some shit. Anyway,
Episode 200 is going to be
episode
a
200,
clusterfuck.
everybody.
It's going to be a cluster.
Woo!
I apologize.
Welcome back, everybody, to another
So
episode.
we have a very special thing we're doing this episode for episode 200. It is going to be jolly fuck around fun time, and so I have a wide variety of beers that we are going to be opening throughout the episode and trying. We have little taster glasses. All three of us just going to be trying them. We're going to be talking about them. We've got a bunch of news articles, more than normal, lined up. So we're going to be just talking about those as the night goes on. And it's gonna be literally
Episode 200, Bert.
It's gonna be a fuck around wacky fun time, and we're gonna have a fucking blast. And we hope you guys do too. The first one we have here is from Perennial Artisan Ales. I've had a couple of Perennial beers. They're absolutely fantastic.
That's a flower.
Is it?
It's a year-round occurring flower. Jesus Christ. Anyway, Perennial Artisan Ales. I've had a couple of beers from these guys. Fantastic. This one is called Intentionally Indulgent. It is an imperial stout with chocolate, coffee, and vanilla, and it is coming in at a whopping 11.5% ABV. So, gentlemen, raise your glasses, dink it, and sink it, as they say.
That's Alec, intentionally dull.
Fuck you.
That is fucking tasty.
Yeah, there's a lot of salad in this room.
Fuck off.
Perennial's always really known for a lot of really great beers. I've had a few of theirs. The last one I had was a black walnut ale. It was absolutely fantastic. The chocolate, the coffee, the vanilla really come through a lot. And I think the one thing is like on this podcast, like we review a beer of the week, but we've never just sit here and like talk about beer that much. I remember early on, we would always just like talk about beer sometimes, depending on who was on the episode. We never actually just like sat here and talk about beer. But no, this beer is fantastic.
Why talk when you can drink? Cheers.
Yeah, cheers. Yeah, so Alec, tell us what you've been up to, man. It's been a hot minute.
Oh fuck, here we go.
You can get as real as you want or not say whatever you want. It doesn't matter.
Oh, yeah. My fiance, we all broke up and everything, you know. We still live in the fucking house.
How do you break up with your fiance?
I
No,
don't fucking.
I don't love you anymore.
You're not married, so it's
it's
a breakup.
It was different. It's still different. I mean, fuck, we still live together.
Mm-hmm.
Got one wing of the house is mine, one wing of the house is hers.
You mean one bedroom of the house?
It's
Wing,
like
bedroom, whatever.
It's like the movie Duplex with fucking Ben Stiller.
Yeah, except your neighbor's not a crazy old lady who makes you fall through the floor.
Maybe she is.
Maybe she
Maybe.
is. Maybe she is.
That would be crazy and old. Well, crazy, never mind.
But yeah, I mean,
Good shit, bud.
I know. I mean, I just chilling out. You know, fucking new Call of Duty came out yesterday. Rad. I mean, I'm 24, so I still play.
Seriously, talk about what you fucking want.
I'm
Like,
24.
honestly,
I'm 24. I play video games.
If the biggest fucking thing is like you got broken up from your fiance and you've been on for
4 years.
You haven't been on for a fucking year and a half.
That's probably because she didn't. Yeah.
You haven't been on for like a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last time I was on here, you were saying racist shit to India. So
it wasn't fucking racist.
It wasn't racist. It was very religiously biased.
It was a fucking news article.
Well,
a widespread news article.
They did kill that person though.
Fuck them.
Fuck
that kid.
It was
a 9-year-old
child.
child.
Whatever.
It was a fucking news article on CNN.
Yeah.
Fake news.
All right. Anyway.
Fake news.
So the new Call of Duty came out yesterday. Did you get it?
Yeah, I got it. I played for about 2 hours and fucking passed out on my fucking
What's it
bed.
called?
MW3. Like, it's really original. You know,
So,
they've
yeah.
already had that. So they just copied the same title, you know.
Need to bring back
Anything like today, they fucking can't think of anything original.
Need to bring back World at War. That's a good one. That was the first time dogs showed up.
Yeah, that's true. But, you know, just like anything, like movies and anything, they make remakes, you know.
Yeah, Fast and Furious 10.
They should have stopped that at Paul Walker when
I got another little.
They should have stopped that for Tokyo Drift.
I got another.
I like that one.
I got another guy that's around your age that I could probably link you up with playing games. Have you heard of Rainbow?
He just broke up with his
Siege?
girlfriend.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Do you have it?
I have it, yeah.
I can link you two up. He needs a friend too. He's also lonely.
I was gonna say,
Hey, I'm not lonely. I got you guys.
His name's Dakota.
no, you're lonely.
Fuck you.
No, his name's Dakota. I talk to his dad weekly, and he comes into the place that I work. And
is he 14?
At the brewery I work at. No, he's 21.
Rainbow Six Siege. I haven't really got into that. Just how toxic the end.
It's what?
It's very toxic. You know, just like Call of Duty and all that. They just get toxic anymore. Like, all the people talk shit and...
Yeah.
So,
Do you remember... Do they still say campers?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, putting up a tent and camping, you know.
I don't know. I don't even remember, like...
Pitch in a tent.
Do you remember... Okay,
That's a
so...
boner.
Yeah.
Do you guys...
Bat signal it.
The thing that I miss...
What?
I saw a TikTok the other day.
Did you say Vass?
Bat signal, you take a flashlight in the camp and like a tent and you fucking take your...
Yeah,
Peter.
the Batwing.
Your Batwing.
You remember Batwing?
Bat signal.
Do you remember Zach's little brother?
I do remember Batwing.
Yeah. But, no, I saw a TikTok the other day when, like, Halo was, like, fucking huge in the early mid-2000s. And it was just, like, Halo gaming parties. And they had, like, 3 TVs back-to-back. And there was, like, 12 fucking guys playing.
Yeah, that ain't a shit anything like that no more.
No, exactly. Like, I remember when fucking Halo 3 came out. And I was in high school. We stayed up till, like, 4 a.m. one day playing Halo 3.
Yeah,
It was fucking insane. I miss that type of gaming. It's completely different now. Like, you would literally get with your friends and everybody would fucking take turns in playing Halo 3 on live or just, like, doing the mission or some shit like that. It doesn't happen like that anymore.
Oh, no, like midnight releases and stuff. That don't happen no more.
No.
Everything's digital now.
Dude, midnight releases at GameStop were the biggest fucking shit of a Saturday night.
Because I remember skipping school, going to like midnight releases.
I remember I went to one in high school,
and
and there was some preacher out there who was like trying to get kids to go to church and praying with him and shit. And was like, "We're here for video games for a midnight release, and you're over here trying to get people to come to your church and shit."
Praise Jesus, hallelujah.
What release was it?
Huh?
What release was it?
Fuck, I don't know.
That's probably some Halo, Call of Duty.
No, it was Call of Duty. It was probably Black Ops 1.
Probably my favorite all-time game was that I absolutely loved was Far Cry 3.
Oh fuck yeah! Far Cry 3 was the shit. Really,
Far Cry 3 was amazing, and then they just fucked it up with everything after that, like Far Cry 4, and then Far Cry Primal, Far Cry 4, Far Cry Primal, stuff like that. Far Cry 3,
New Dawn.
yeah, Far Cry.
Let's call it Far Cry New Dawn.
Oh, I thought you said udon, like the noodle.
No, like New Dawn.
Udon.
Udon.
I never even heard of udon. Punani?
Who what? Udon. No, but yeah, Far Cry 3 was the most phenomenal game I feel like I've ever played in my life.
That's the first Far Cry I ever played.
Me too.
It was
It was fantastic. I went to Walmart.
better run, chicken shit.
Yeah. I went to Walmart and I bought that game. It was like it wasn't like in the middle of the night. It wasn't a release either. It was like 2 weeks after it came out. Bought that game. It was when Doritos Jacked came out.
Oh fuck.
Yeah. I was freshman or sophomore in college.
Doritos Puffs.
They remade those.
Yeah.
Oh,
They
my
taste like
3D now.
Fritos. Or not Fritos,
Big Frito.
what's the thing you put on your fingers?
Puffs.
No, what's the thing? Bugles.
Bugles.
Yeah, they taste like Bugles. But the 3D does. But that's when Doritos Jack just came out. So I got the game, a big ass family pack of Doritos Jacked, and the Fritos can of nacho cheese to dip my Doritos in. And I played that fucking game till like 3 a.m. You were probably at home. You were probably asleep.
No, I don't remember.
Because that was when we were
That
still living
game
with
was
mom. Because we were
fun.
like freshmen or sophomores in college. It was fucking fantastic. Probably one of my favorite games I've ever played.
Yeah,
Hands down.
it was good. I mean, like even when he would like rip out of the shrapnel out of his arm and then bandage it up.
And the end of that game is fucked because it's a 2-way ending.
You either
You either have sex with the fucking village lady and then she stabs you in the fucking chest after you have sex because she feels like she's pregnant, or
She feels like
and you kill your friends,
yeah.
or you decide not to and you fucking go home with your goddamn friends. And I picked having sex with the fucking village lady.
So you just want to see some titties?
Yes, exactly. And I picked having sex with the village lady, and I was like, well, shit, what's the other fucking ending? And I was like, oh, everybody just gets to go fucking home.
Everybody just gets to go home.
Seriously, you kill all of your fucking friends.
Just to have sex with a lady and then die.
And then
with your friends.
she stabs you in the chest while she's on top of you.
Yeah.
Well,
It sucks.
I'm pregnant.
I'm pregnant. You gotta die, motherfucker. That's hilarious.
when I was a fucking hormonal teenager, I'd fucking look up that fucking ending just to see some fucking anime titties. Oh, that ain't no lie. That is no lie.
There's, you could have
This is
looked up
the- this is-
anything.
this is-
I don't know.
Hey,
Anything.
this is an honesty circle. I mean, there's nothing fucking out of bounds here.
Yeah, but you could have looked up
I could have looked up fucking go to Pornhub, looked up
Far Cry 3 animated movie.
Other stuff.
Other stuff. Stuck in this fucking dishwasher step, bro. Help me out.
That wasn't popular back then.
I don't know what was popular.
Help me, step bro. My hair got caught in the dishwasher.
I just got that.
What?
I just got that.
What did you just get?
Your fucking stepbrother porn fucking reference. That's what that is.
It took him
Duh.
like 15
I
seconds.
just got it. It took me 2 seconds.
Whatever.
He mentioned it like a minute ago.
I was giving you the now.
I just got it.
Oh, stepsister caught me when I was jerking off in my bed. What are you doing? I'm gonna tell mom and dad.
What are you doing,
It's
step
fucking-
bro?
It's super weird. It's super weird that they call them mom and dad. It's like, mom and dad's out. That's
At least we
fucking
know
weird.
you watch it.
Oh yeah, of course. No, I don't.
You don't have to lie.
Huh?
You don't have to lie to make friends.
Secrets don't make friends.
Nobody's fucking lying, dude.
All right, next beer. What's this?
Next beer we have is we got this from Siciliano's in Grand Rapids. It's a beer store.
Did we?
So this is called Coffee and Donuts. This is an Imperial
It's a
Stout.
beer market.
Whatever. So this is called Coffee and Donuts. It's an Imperial Stout with coffee, donuts, strawberry, raspberry, and vanilla. This is a collaboration from Fox Brewing and Little House Brewing. Yeah, I'm super excited about this. Ooh, she thick.
I feel like all of them are brown.
Right, what's wrong with Brown?
Nothing.
Jesus Christ. Just
Unless
stop it.
Unless it's chocolate milk.
Just fucking quit.
I
Alex.
can, what's wrong? I mean,
Bro, bro.
whatever. I mean,
Fucking dork.
Shit's brown.
yeah.
Can you actually see the color brown?
I don't look at my fucking toilet to see what color my
That's
shit
a
is.
lie.
Can you see the color brown?
Yeah, sure.
Are you sure?
Sure.
See if we got something.
You're
brown.
red green.
What color is this table?
Yeah. So red, green, doesn't that make brown?
What color is this table?
I don't fucking know.
I don't know.
What does it look like?
Wood?
What color is it?
It's the color of wood.
When I say what color is this, you're like wood. That's not a color, bitch.
Are you sure?
Yes, it's not a color. That's a material.
Cherry? I don't know.
Cherry is brown.
Cherry's brown?
No, this is brown.
Cherry's a type of fucking wood.
Or a fruit.
Mahogany.
Teak wood.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is 10% ABV. And she a thickums. She is a thickum.
Can you see white?
I am white.
No, can you see white?
You're Caucasian. Get it right.
Whatever. I'm not PC.
Obviously.
Politically correct.
By saying Caucasian?
Caucasian, ebony, whatever Asians are.
Those are just descriptions on Pornhub. I think they changed it. No, I think it's still ebony on
It
Pornhub.
probably is. I know it is, actually.
Alex Pornhub's history is big dick.
Big dick.
Yeah.
Fat bitches eating French fries. That was Cody's college roommate's fucking search history.
You're lying.
Was it fat bitches eating French fries?
No, it was just dick.
Oh,
Dick.
it's just dick.
Yeah.
Did he come out as gay?
No.
I don't think so.
Not that I know.
Not yet.
But he would use his Cody's computer because he didn't have a laptop, and they clicked on it. It's like, oh, he's been watching porn, and just clicked on it, and like the girls never came, in the room. So just
My dad tried to blame me up with his laptop one time. He had a virus and everything when you open up the
For reference, Alex's dad is gay.
Yeah, my dad's queer.
his dads are gay. He's
married.
His dad is gay.
He's been married since 2017. But when I got it on his laptop because I didn't have a laptop or a computer or anything.
This is so you're saying,
I was like a teenager, like probably 16 or 17.
So what you're saying is this is when he was still with your mom.
You're still with my mom, yes. Still with my mom. I opened up the
He
computer.
tried to blame you for gay porn.
Kind of. But I opened up his laptop and got on the Google. Ads were on Google on the sides, and there were gay porn ads.
Mm.
And my mom got on there one day and said, "Tim, what the fuck are these?" And he tried to blame me for fucking watching porn on his laptop to get these viruses on his fucking laptop. But
It wasn't me.
it wasn't me. But I caught him one day at my grandma's house watching porn when we moved into grandma's house. I did.
I thought you were just there visiting.
No,
He's just jerking off.
we lived there. I opened the door. We didn't even knock. He stayed in my grandma's.
That was your fault. You should have
I
knocked.
should have knocked, but
You should have knocked. That's fucking rude.
Whatever.
How fucking rude.
Rude. He took over my grandma's room, and my grandma gave me.
What are you doing in your grandma's room?
He was sleeping in there.
Oh, he wasn't sleeping.
He wasn't sleeping. She was sleeping on the chair. I was upstairs. My grandpa was in the other room.
You should have stayed upstairs,
I
motherfucker.
should have stayed upstairs.
And played Halo 2.
I should have checked into my father. My bad for trying to be a good son, you know.
Dad?
Daddy? Dad, what are you doing?
Daddy, what are you doing?
What are you doing? Oh shit, son! What are you
Oh, shit, son.
No,
It was that, and then he fucking. I opened the door. He closed that fucking laptop so fucking fast. I was like, "Boy, I seen what the fuck that was."
I was just writing a video.
That's the first time I ever knew he was gay. But he came out to me at Kentucky Kingdom.
That's a weird place.
That's what.
All these fine ass men walking around.
It was.
They went to the bakery place in here. They were sharing a churro.
No, we were in the parking lot at Kentucky Kingdom.
You and your dad were lady in the tree.
And I said, and he goes, "I got something to tell you, son." I said, "What are you, fucking gay?"
Was this before or after Kentucky Kingdom?
This was before we went into Kentucky Kingdom.
You drove
in the parking.
You drove 2 hours. 2 hours to Kentucky Kingdom.
And he said in the park,
It's just you two.
It's just me. Yeah.
It's just me too.
It's me too. Whatever. It was just me and my dad.
All right, set the scene.
All right, let's tell a story.
It was just me and my dad, and we were just sitting there. And he goes, "Before you get out, I got something to tell you." And I said, "What are you, fucking gay?" And just like a like a shitty fucking teenager remark. And he goes,
"How old were you?"
16.
16.
And he goes, "Yeah." And he was crying.
Really?
And
Yeah, because it's fucking emotional.
And
You're not gonna love him anymore.
I said I didn't give a fuck. I don't care. You know.
Can we just go ride the Superman?
He was like, "All right, let's go ride some rides."
No.
Well, I think
he goes, "You want to meet him?" I said,
"You want to meet him?
Where's he at?
You met him there?"
No.
Hold on.
No, he lived 5 minutes from Kentucky Kingdom at the time. He goes, "You want to meet him?" I said,
"He works here."
I said, "No, not really."
He's goofy.
No, not really. I don't want to meet him. He goes, "Maybe." I said, "Maybe in a later time." And then we were riding our rides and went to the water park. I ended up asking him about his sex life. I did. I said, "Here's the bottom." I said, "Here's the bottom."
I'm not gonna lie. So here's the thing. The opportune moment.
That's weird that he had a
personally-
relationship as somebody who lived in Kentucky. I think that's a crazy distance.
Personally, I think it would have been a little bit better. It would have been like, "Well, this is a really fun day, Dad. Yeah, it's been a really fun day."
Want to meet my boyfriend?
On your way back would have been the perfect opportune moment.
He could have done a lot better of telling me how he done it.
But honestly, I mean, he was trying because it's a super emotional time. He didn't think you were going to love him anymore.
But he probably just tried to find something that was fun, to
soften you up.
Soften it up. But, I already knew a long time ago that he was gay.
One time at Grandma's house.
No, it was before that. It was even with Mom's house. I said, "What straight man wears a white belt?"
How old were you?
I was probably like 12.
I was saying this to somebody the other day. Do you guys? I miss them. Do you miss the fucking rope belts?
Rope.
Like when you'd buy a pair of khaki pants and you had
it was already built. You bought it, and it's in there.
It's like the strap belts,
and you pull it.
Yes,
I know what you're talking about.
I fucking miss those.
The eye hooks,
Those were good fucking belts. The only shitty part was the fucking buckle's that big, so if you're fat, your fucking stomach hangs over the top.
They were always American Eagle shorts.
They had an Old Navy.
No, you can go to Old Navy or like the old J.C. Penney.
It was a free belt for 3 years till it ripped.
It literally was a free fucking belt, and they almost never ripped though.
Yep.
Because it was like a fucking toe strap.
Mm-hmm.
I was talking to somebody about that the other day. They're like, "Dude, fuck yes, those belts were the shit." I was like, "They fucking were, dude. Those belts were awesome."
Yeah.
What is this? Donut?
It's the donuts and coffee.
I was gonna say I've had this belt for close to 10 years now.
I've had my belt for the same amount of time.
Yeah. Because I bought mine, you're like, "Man, that's nice.
That's a nice belt right there."
Elastic belt.
I had to buy another one. I keep on buying the cheap ones from Walmart, and they fucking break at the damn.
You seen the elastic belt? How much was ours? Like $55?
Like $50, but they had all kinds of numerous sizes.
We've had it for a fucking decade.
I know.
That's all it is like weaved elastic. The whole thing's elastic.
Well, I buy them $10 ones reversible.
Reversible.
The fuck you need a reversible belt
Not
for?
Reversible.
I bet your goddamn shampoo's 3-in-1, you fucking tightwad.
Actually,
I don't know if I want a black side or a brown side.
it is one of those. But, no, I use Native shampoo. Not sponsored, by the way.
Yeah, I know you got 6 fucking bottles of it. Last time I went to your house, I was like, "You got sponsored by Native?" There's like 6 bottles of this shit. And they're all in the shower. It's not like extras. It's
There
like
was
they're
literally,
all in the shower.
like 5 bottles of Native fucking shampoo.
There is.
Well, it was shampoo and conditioner, but there was like fucking 6 of them.
There was.
Yeah.
There was. I was like, "You got sponsored by Native?" Because I could see
You
all of them.
you never know when you're feeling like a cucumber lime.
Fuck off.
And then the next day you're like, "I want some lavender vanilla."
Or some oat and honey.
My bad for wanting to smell nice. My bad.
Yeah, fuck you for wanting to smell nice.
Let's take a quick pee break.
Already?
All right, and we're back. We got a hazy orange juice over here.
Yeah, we got a new beer. So this is actually a gift from the assistant brewer that at the brewery I work at.
Ooh,
Really nice
good.
guy. So this is from Treehouse Brewing. from Woodstock, Connecticut, where actually Woodstock was held in 1969.
What? And there is another one.
This is an IPA called
Another Woodstock? Yeah, that was a dud.
Yeah.
That was actually
Like in the
that
90s.
wasn't in Connecticut. That was in New York, and it was a fucking shit show in 1999. There's a documentary on Hulu about it. It's called Woodstock '99. It's actually the documentary's fucking great because it was. And if anybody listening hasn't seen it, Woodstock '99, I think it's on Hulu or it might be on Netflix. I can't remember. But Woodstock '99 documentary, if you haven't seen it, it's fantastic because it's so in depth and it tells a first person perspective of like two guys that were there and have like video and accountability of all the shit that happened. It was insane. Like the guy that put on the one in 1969 basically put money into the one for 1999. It was going to call it like the biggest thing ever. And it was the biggest fucking shit show of all time. Like of all history, the biggest shit show ever. Everything that could happen that was bad fucking happened. Like budget cuts as in like...
So Firefest 1999.
No, Firefest was not 1999.
I know, but Firefest, but 1999.
Worse. It was worse because the population of Woodstock 99 was like 3 times of the Fire Festival. But also, like, Woodstock 69, they hired vendors, so the pricing was moderate. 1999, the money wasn't what it is fucking now. So, in order to save money, they, like, contracted food vendors. And they were charging, like, $13 for a hot dog and a bag of chips. In 1999.
That's ridiculous.
Exactly. So it's like nobody could afford food. Everybody ran out of food. Nobody could, like, it was like $8 for a bottle of water in 1999. Everybody was like fucking starving because they couldn't afford it. They spent all their money on day one because they couldn't fucking have food.
Spent all their money on drugs.
That's fucking Disney World
Yeah,
prices
and it was
back in the 90s.
It gives like a really good like first person, like it was an absolute shit show. And the Red Hot Chili Peppers went on.
They were there?
Yeah, they were in New York.
In 99?
99.
99 Red Hot Chili Peppers were
99 was Red Hot Chili Peppers, Rage Against the Machine, all the fucking
all the goodies.
All of the like fuck the government bullshit music that was going on, like that was going on in 1999. It was all that like punk rock scene. And it was insane. And like oh shit. Who sings?
I was saying you were born in 99, weren't you?
I was born in 99.
Who was
you? Don't even know what the fuck we're talking about.
No, I know what Woodstock 99 is.
And like Limp Bizkit.
I know
like,
who all these people are.
like Limp Bizkit was giant then. It was
Limp
all these
Bizkit.
people. It was all these people that were like punk rock, and it was like fuck the government. All
Throw
this
your
shit.
hands up.
Exactly. And it was literally like
Exactly.
it was literally like when Limp Bizkit did like the song "Break Something."
Throw your
People
hands
started
up.
literally breaking shit because they were fucking
Hands
starving.
Hands up and hands down.
Like it was like
Back up.
crimes fucking occurred. It
Tell
was.
me what you gonna
If you
do
haven't seen
now.
Woodstock 99, it's a fantastic fucking documentary. It's amazing.
Well,
But anyway,
best ones I've seen.
You are talking it up. I might have to watch it. I've never
it's
seen
really fucking good.
I'm not going
it's
to.
amazing.
Best ones I've seen, Chernobyl documentary, fucking great. And Andre the Giant.
That's a good one too. Andre the Giant's fucking
It's
good.
Sounds
good.
good.
Andre
The
the Giant's
Chernobyl
fucking
one,
good.
if you're interested in like nuclear shit or just like what happened in Chernobyl, after I watched the Chernobyl documentary for like a month, I just watched all kinds of shit, people going back to Chernobyl and all kinds of shit. It's fucking crazy.
So you would go?
To Chernobyl?
If you could.
I would. It's still radioactive.
Well, I mean, you can go, but not for...
You can go, but you
Long
can't go
periods of time.
inside Chernobyl.
I don't want to give myself fucking radio.
Well, they give you a tour. You got to
no fucking.
You
thank
can't go anywhere near it.
But
like-
they give you like a radioactive thing. And
No, thank you.
People go to the reactors.
They go near it, but you can't go. Nah, you
It's
can't
in
go near the reactor.
Chernobyl's in Russia, right?
Ukraine.
Ukraine.
Yes.
But anyway,
But you
so
can't. They said the nuclear stuff will last. I think they said like it's like 300 years or something.
Because that's like for that Ukraine war. That's their no man's land. If you think of World War One,
yeah,
that's their no man's land.
Well,
It's
at the end,
Ukraine.
and that was the thing.
nobody will
is,
fucking make it.
and that was
Yeah.
the thing at the end of the Chernobyl documentary. Like the meter that they had at the facility was like it maxed out at 2.9 Roentgen, I think is what the actual measurement of the degree of radiation is. And 2.9 Roentgen is 400 X-rays simultaneously.
Yeah.
But it maxed out at that. But they said at the site, at the very top where it exploded, was like 29,000 Roentgen. You died within 30 seconds.
Yeah, I mean,
if you stayed there for a minute, you died within 24 hours.
They got two-headed deers and shit.
But that's the thing; it turns your insides out. So like your outsides just fall apart, and then it becomes you're basically you cook from the inside. It's like a microwave. You cook from the inside out.
I mean, so it's worse than when Hiroshima and Nagasaki.
Yeah,
atomic bomb.
That was a nuclear bomb.
I mean, that's totally
that was
different.
It just destroyed.
That thing was just vapor.
I mean, more people died in Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Mm-hmm. But talking about like a nuclear explosion that wasn't supposed to fucking happen.
Yeah. I mean, they finally put a radiation building over the site. So there's actually a radiation building, but like it'll still last in the soil for like 150 years. Yeah. And it happened in 89. I think it's about to happen.
I mean, if you think about it, like all these other nuclear bombs that they have tested makes Hiroshima and Nagasaki look like fucking bitches.
I mean, you see shit all kinds of time. When they were testing atomic bombs in the 60s and like the 70s and the 80s.
It's like John Wayne.
It was on Call of Duty.
That's why John Wayne died young, is because he was...
Well, they put those... John Wayne died young. John Wayne died with 5 pounds of undigested meat in his gut. God damn it.
In his ass.
It's probably because they were filming in fucking like where they tested their damn nuclear bombs.
Well, that was the thing. There's YouTube videos of like back in the day when they filmed nuclear, like they would drop a nuclear bomb in the ocean, and they had Navy SEALs, and they had people in the Navy on these boats within like a mile of the drop. And all those people died 30 years later from some type of fucking cancer.
Weirdness.
Some type of cancer that nobody's ever fucking seen before. Like, all that shit, like, that's probably why cancer's so high, is it just runs in the bloodlines now.
Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
The guy that invented
the nuclear
bomb.
Project. He didn't invent it. But
he helped create it. He, after they dropped those Hiroshima and Nagasaki bombs, he went to Congress and everything.
He told them not to do it.
To stop making these things. He was an activist to stop.
Who are we talking about?
Joseph Oppenheimer.
Okay, yeah.
And he wanted to stop these bombs from happening. I mean, hell, we're closer than ever from nuclear war than we are.
Pretty much. I mean, Kim Jong-un, his shit can't cross the Atlantic, but whatever.
Still.
I really just want to play this... before we continue, this Boondock Saints 2 quote of Rocco's speech, because it's absolutely fantastic. Just a few seconds of it. If you haven't seen Boondock Saints 2, this is the best fucking quote ever.
You should fast forward.
It's about to start.
Good, Rock. You too, don't. What are you talking? Wouldn't change that for the whole world. Not 1 minute of it. Now, Slanger.
You were sort of a badass, Raj.
Duke fucking Wayne.
Duke
fucking Wayne.
And build things. Then we die. It's in our fucking DNA. That's what we do.
And when it all falls down,
we build it right back up again. But this time bigger. Better. Look what we can do. Look how fucking beautiful we are. You think the men that built all this had it easy?
Hard men.
Doing hard shit. And that gives me a hard on. But not in a gateway or anything.
No, of course.
Not like your dad.
I am so sick of this self-help.
We need to meet your dad sometime. I've never met him.
Leftover generation bullshit. Now they don't want you to do anything, right? Just sit there. Don't drink, don't smoke, don't drive fast. Kiss my ass. Fucking do it all, I say. You think Duke Wayne spent all his time talking about his feelings with a fucking therapist? There's no fucking way he did. John Wayne died with pounds of undigested red meat in his ass. Not the man. Real men hide their feelings. Why? Because it's none of your fucking business. Men do not cry. Men do not pout. Men jack you in the fucking jaw and say, thanks for coming out.
Love that shit. Fucking Boondock Saints too. We, in college,
Shut up! Romeo's crying.
Dude, in college, we fucking lived and died by fucking Boondock Saints movies, man. You remember we
did Billy Bob's Project was him fucking kneeling in front of the Boondock Saints poster.
Yeah.
That was our fucking college house. We had a Boondock Saints poster in the fucking dining room and a fucking Belushi college when he ripped his took his shirt off and he said college.
Yeah, man. We lived and died by fucking Boondock Saints in college, man, because we seen Boondock Saints. You and I watched Boondock Saints our freshman year. And then we lived and died by that shit until, like, for the next couple years. And this is when Spencer's Gifts was the shit. Spencer's Gifts fucking sucks now. This is when if you wanted something fucking cool ass poster, cool ass, like, fucking weird, wacky Christmas gift, you went to Spencer's Gifts because you know they had it and it was fucking cheap.
Don't buy Spencer's Gifts. Get some fake dog do.
And then I got that
dildo or
I got that giant I got that giant like
Lava
7 foot poster for like $20, hung it on the fucking wall in our dorm room, and then it transferred to our fucking house the next year, and it was just hanging there. And they're like, "What's with the Boondock Saints poster?" I'm like, "You don't know about fucking Boondock Saints?
Never seen it, bro?"
And they're like, "No." I was like, "Get the fuck out, dude. Go watch Boondock Saints and then come back and fucking party with us." Like, you gotta watch at least the first one to fucking hang out with us.
I remember all the dudes from the bowling team. I can't believe we had a bowling team at college.
The
dudes from the bowling team, they would bring a half gallon of Captain Morgan and just get smashed.
We
let them party there all the time, and then they're like, "Hey,
I absolutely love those guys.
They were cool."
I loved those.
And they're
guys.
like, "Hey, thanks for letting us party here all the time," and brought us another fifth of fucking Captain Morgan. That's all they drank was Captain Morgan.
I fucking loved those guys.
I remember that one guy pulled over in the fucking middle of the road to pick up the other guy, and I was like, "What are you doing? We know you have like another road over here, right?" And he just pulled up like on the side in the grass in the middle of fucking downtown. It was fucking nuts.
I absolutely love
those guys. Were cool as shit, though.
I love those guys so much. I don't even know how we got connected with them, but
I don't know either.
Somebody knew somebody and then met those guys. And
I think Billy Bob saw them or had a class with one of them or something, PE with one of them or something.
Yeah,
like
because like when we were in college, because we went to college in Vincennes, Indiana, at Vincennes University, and we would get connected with people like
people would just show the fuck up.
Like one of the male cheerleaders was like one of our fucking people that would show up, and he was fucking awesome. And then
we also went to high school with him, though.
We didn't go to high school with that guy.
We didn't?
No.
Oh.
But like he would show up and he'd bring a bunch of people. And somebody knew the fucking bowling team, and they just showed up at our house one night, and they were so fucking. I love those guys. And we never knew any of their names.
Nope.
It was because Vincennes actually had a really good bowling team when we were in college, and they were from across the entire country. One was from New York. One was from Florida. One was from, like, Alabama. And we literally never knew their fucking names. We just literally called them New York, Alabama, Florida, wherever the fuck they were from.
Fuck, I remember that.
They were fucking awesome. They were so cool. I fucking loved those guys. They were so fun, man. They were awesome. And all they drank was Captain Morgan. They would come with a half gallon of fucking Captain Morgan every day. They're like, "Thanks for letting us party with you guys. Please give us a fucking fifth of Captain Morgan." I'm like, "We're not going to drink this shit. We'll save it for you guys for the next time." And then we make some giant fucking batch of like Jungle Juice and use their Captain Morgan.
I remember when we almost killed our roommate. Shout out to Zach. I don't know if he listens to this shit, but
he almost killed himself.
Me and him split a half gallon of fucking grape vodka.
Oh my god.
And then
Kharkov, bro.
And then I woke up the next morning and him screaming he was a diabetic. And his kidneys were shutting down. I woke up because me and him lived downstairs in our rooms right next to each other. And I woke up to him screaming, and I was
you
like,
woke
what the
me
fuck?
up.
And I was going to class, and I got my shit, and I got ready to go to class, and I woke up, and I had to fucking carry him up our narrow ass, steep ass stairs. And then
Luckily, he was a tiny guy.
we were beating on Cody's door so he could take him to the hospital because I had to go to class. And it, like Cody woke
It was
up.
like 7. It was like 7 o'clock in the morning.
Like Cody's like, you're fucking with me, and I'm like, and he's like sitting on the ground like this. He's like, Cody, I need you. I'm dying.
Seriously, that happened.
And
It
Cody
was
had
like
to run
7
into
because
the
I didn't have any
hospital.
class because we partied the night before. Then I didn't have any class, and Ryan's the only one that had a class, and I think he did too, but he couldn't make it. And he was like, Cody, I'm not joking. I heard Zach fucking like crying in pain.
Yeah.
So I fucking opened the door. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? He's just laying on the fucking floor, man.
Yep.
Took him to the hospital, but they had to like, they gave him his insulin medication, like a hospital dose of it to get him back to normal, and then like pumped his ass full of fluids. But then within like 2 hours, he was fine.
Yep.
And that was back when Words with Friends was fucking popular. So him and I were just playing Words with Friends together, and then his fucking parents show up, and they were so fucking mad. And they're like, and he looks at me, he's like, you can go, man. I was like, okay. And it was like 10 o'clock in the morning, 11 o'clock. So I left, and he came back later on that evening, and they were fucking mad. Because, A, like, he was 21, but he's a brittle diabetic. He still is. But it's like, they expect him to take care of his body. He's a 21-year-old kid in college. So it's one of those things like...
We weren't 21.
Yeah, we were.
No, we weren't.
No, we weren't.
We were
I
all
was 20.
underage.
I was 21 my last year. I forgot.
I was 19. No, I was 20. We were both 20.
Do you guys want to do another IPA?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we were all 20. We only had one guy that could buy our beer.
That's right. Like everybody else does. Now everybody's got fake IDs.
But come
now.
and get me. That's over 10 years.
But see, that's the thing. Like now everybody's got fake IDs, and
Can't get arrested for shit if it's 10 years later.
I didn't know that.
But now everybody's
Unless
got.
it's like Me Too. Then never mind.
Me
but
too.
now.
Yeah, Me Too. Hashtag Me Too.
Excuse me.
Okay.
But now everybody's got like fake IDs and shit, and it's like we didn't have any fake IDs. We lived with somebody who was 21.
Yeah.
He would go pick up her shit and bring it back.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm
Buy him a pack of cigarettes as payment.
but see, I also talked to some people
Yeah.
like
Underage tax.
like working at a brewery. Like you work with people that are under 21 and over 21 and stuff like that. Like people in the kitchen and shit like that. And they're like, I'm like, do you guys have fake IDs? And they're like, yeah. I was like, do they work? And they're like, no, I haven't used them. And I was like, well, I want you, being a bartender.
You're white. Why does this guy on your ID look Arab?
No, it's like, it's one of those things like, it's one of those things like being over 21 and being a bartender, especially in a college town. It's like, have you used this anywhere? They're like, I used it like at a Mexican restaurant. I'm like, no, they don't
At
care.
a Mexican restaurant.
And I'm like, well, a Mexican restaurant, they really don't care. Like, they don't. Like, the bartender at a Mexican restaurant really doesn't care. Like, it's just a general Mexican restaurant. But, like, I told them, I said, because I checked their fake ID, and I was like, and I know what a fake ID looks like. And I told them, I said, this is fake. I can tell you that it's fake. And I said, let me see your real ID. I was like, this is 100% real. I can tell you why this is fake and this is real and the difference. And I said, if you use this, because I work with them, I said, if you use this, it's either A, they will take it and threaten to call the cops on you and let you go, or B, they will call the cops on you and you will go to jail for using a fake ID, because you can get in trouble for using a fake ID in the state of Indiana. So I was like, I would rather you not risk it and just honestly, like, I'm not condoning underage drinking, but I was like, if you want to drink, you're better off having somebody fucking buy it for you and you drink at home than going out to a bar and either getting it taken from you and you spent $100 on it, or you actually get in legal trouble with the cops and you get arrested. So I was like, you're better off just not even fucking using it and not even wasting your money.
Drink at home.
Exactly.
Be sad like the
And
rest of us.
that's what we did. We just fucking like we didn't go out. Well, Vincent's didn't have any fucking bars to go to.
They had one, but there ain't no reason to.
No, we never went.
We had a house.
Yeah, we never went.
Thirsty Thursdays every Thursday.
And even when I was 21, we just go to the liquor store that's like 5 blocks away, buy alcohol, and fucking bring it back.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things like, when we were in college, we didn't go out because, like, we were in a college town, but Vincennes is a farm town. It's not a college town with a bunch of bars and shit like a university town or something like that. So it's like, you're better off just fucking drinking homemade and being safe. Like, you're not going anywhere. You're hanging out at your own house. You're safe. You're not fucking around with, like, somebody else getting you a drink and it being drugged and shit like that, because that's a big fucking thing now. It's just a lot safer. It really is. So I honestly told him, I was like, if a bartender that knows what a fake ID looks like sees your ID, you're either A, going to get the cops calling you, if they're a fucking asshole and you're going to get arrested, or B, they're just going to take it from you and tell you to fuck off. And I was like, 9 times out of 10, they're probably just going to take it from you and tell you to fuck off. But that one time that somebody's going to be like, no, I'm calling the cops, then you can get fucking in trouble. And you can get in really serious trouble. And you can get in trouble with your school. So it's not even fucking worth it.
Jeff. I fucking love Jeff. We need to get Jeff.
Jeff, and for those of you listeners that know, Jeff who was on the Halloween Deathmatch episodes, Jeff actually taught me a lot when it comes to looking at IDs.
But they were pretty pissed off getting turned down by a homosexual with a nose ring.
Yeah.
No, that's my favorite shit. Did I tell you about that?
Mm-mm.
I didn't. He was talking about it one time. We were at Switchyard, and he was talking about it one time. And Jeff, you've seen Jeff.
Yeah.
But Jeff is like, what, 6'2", maybe?
Jeff's like 6 foot, 6'1".
Yeah. And he has a big septum piercing, and Jeff is gay. We've talked about it past couple episodes because he judged the Halloween Deathmatch.
He's
and,
queer.
The first time I ever met him was he was talking about was fake IDs, how to recognize them and shit. And he's like, yeah, I had these couple kids come up to me and I noticed it was a fake ID and they were all pissed. And he's like, yeah, they must have been pretty upset getting turned on by a homosexual with a nose ring. And I fucking lost my shit. And that's all. That is how I remember Jeff. Is him saying that one day at Switchyard.
Did you ever hear his story? He might have told it in his Halloween Deathmatch episode, but my probably one of my favorite stories that he's ever told.
Bum squeezy.
No, bum squeezy. Probably one of my favorite stories that Jeff's ever told to me was these kids walked into his bar and it's a $5 cover charge, and that's all. Like, everything else is free. You just pay for drinks to the bar because he works at an arcade bar. All the arcade games are free. You pay $5 cover. Games are free. You just buy drinks at the bar. So these college kids walked in and they're like, he's like, it's a $5 cover tonight, guys. And they're like, $5? They're like, that's a lot. And he goes, well, it's a $5 cover. If you want to come in, all the games are free. If you just pay $5, you just buy drinks at the bar and you can play games all night. Like, that's how it is. He goes, man, we'll just take our money else. Like, they didn't want to pay the $5 cover. And he's like, well, I think we'll just take our money elsewhere. And Jeff looks at him and it's one of those stories where Jeff is a very, like, for those of you listening, like, Jeff is on the last 2 episodes, he's a very composed, very intelligent human being. He looks at them and he's like...
But he also doesn't give a flying fuck.
Exactly. He said, I didn't mean to say this. Like, it just came out and he's like, well, we're just going to take our money elsewhere. And he goes, what money? Because they didn't want to pay the $5 cover. He's just like, it just came out. I didn't mean for it to. He just goes, what money? Yeah. And then they just fucking walk away and storm off, pissed off. But anyway, this
I love Jeff.
So this next beer we got tonight, folks, is called Reapers and Creepers. This is a double dry hopped IPA by Dissolver Brewing from Asheville, North Carolina. And this is a collaboration with Abomination Brewing Company as well. So the can art on this is fucking sick. Like, it's an absolutely fucking insane can. I absolutely love this. And Ryan and I are planning a trip to Asheville and Charleston in April, so we definitely plan to stop by Dissolver. But this Reapers and Creepers is absolutely fantastic can art. I'm super, super pleased with the can.
There's actually there's one brewing company in Asheville.
Holy shit, that's good.
It is good. And I think it's their home base. I was looking it up the other day. I think it's not Big Lug, but it's
Big Lug is Indiana based.
You do that for a living?
I do. I actually went to a tap room with a friend a couple weeks ago, and there was a beer on tap, but it was only in a can. Or there was a beer that they had that was only in a can. It was a sour, and it sounded really good. New Belgium. Yep. So there was a beer on tap, and it sounded really good, and it was like, that's only in a can. And we're like, oh, okay, we'll just split it. So it's me and my friend just sitting there at the bar, So he just gave us the can, and we split the can. And he gave us 2. He's like, "Do you guys want glasses?" We're like, "Yeah." So he gave us 2 glasses, and I split them evenly between the can. And he's like, we literally like go to grab him. He goes, "Wait, hold on a minute." The bartender did. He goes, "Wait, hold on a minute." And he like puts his fucking head down on the bar. He goes, "That's fucking even." And I was like, "I'm a bartender." And he goes, "Oh, that explains it." And my friend was like, "The fuck?" I was like, "I don't know, man. Like, I don't get it."
There's like 30 breweries in Asheville. Just an FYI.
And we're definitely not going to be able
Where are we
to
going
go
then? Edison Island?
Edisto.
Edisto.
So we're going.
Yeah.
It's a week and a half long trip. We're going to.
We're driving?
Yeah, we're driving.
About 10 days. So we're driving 6.5 hours to Asheville, staying 2 days. Then driving to another 4.5 hours to Charleston, staying at 5. And then driving to Edisto Island and staying another 3.
Yeah. Fucking psyched.
I'm excited.
That's going to be the big trip of the year for us.
I've never been to the East Coast.
Really?
Is Florida the East Coast?
Yes.
No, it is.
I think it's
Florida is the fucking East Coast.
The South.
So
The Southern.
It's
So-
the Southern Coast.
So the actual East Coast is when Cheyenne and I went to Oklahoma City, Maryland. That's considered the actual East Coast. The Southern Coast is Florida. But I'm also, so at the beginning, so in December next month, I'll be in Boise, and I've never been south of Illinois. So I'm going to see a friend in Boise, and that's going to be my first West Coast
Never been
trip.
south of Illinois, Kentucky.
I said I've never been west of Illinois.
Oh, they said
Neither
south.
have I. Chicago is the farthest I've been.
Yeah. And that's like the beginning. It's
Yeah.
north, but it's the beginning of Illinois. So I've been to Springfield, which is kind of in the middle, like middle beginning, like Middle Eastern. But I've never been west of Springfield, Illinois. And so this is my first trip west of that. And it's Sawtooth Mountains. I'm super excited about it. And I was just looking at like stuff in Boise to do, like beer wise. And I was like, holy shit, there is so much beer in Boise.
Yep.
Like once you get west, there's so much beer. So much beer. And I'm super excited. Yeah, I'm going to see a friend. It's going to be a great time. I'm there for a week. So I'm definitely going to talk about my trip here in the next month or so. And
See them Idaho Wolves.
yeah, there is fucking Idaho wolves.
They're
That's a fucking thing, dude.
Big.
It's a fucking thing, dude.
They're huge.
You just go out there and get some night vision goggles or
Get
whatever.
you some nods.
Nods.
That Call of Duty. That's a Call of Duty
Yeah.
thing. We're gonna get some nods.
Get you some night
Get you
vision
some
goggles.
NWGs. Some
And
nut-
then go out there and just look for them wolves.
No, I'm gonna drink some fucking beers.
some
when
night
we're there.
vision goggles.
Yeah, but if we have anybody listening in Idaho, like probably not. But no, I'm gonna be in Boise in December. Super excited about it. But the beer scene's
Yeah.
fucking wacky.
So
there.
if you want to stab Cody,
no,
Yeah, you better go get your nogs on.
we're not that fucking popular. But no, and I was talking to my friend who lives there, and she was like, no, she was like, I've been to a couple of these places. She lives outside of Boise, and
friend,
she's a friend,
quote unquote, winky face.
but she hadn't been to a lot of those places, and a lot of those places I was
I
talking
take
about.
salad.
I'm sure.
A lot of those places I was
talking.
talking about going. She's heard a lot of good things about them, so yeah, I'm super excited about Boise.
Salad. Leafy, ain't it?
It is loose.
So what color is that?
Green.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, Alec is red.
Is that the actual color you see?
Green.
It's
Okay.
red. It's red green deficient, right?
Yeah.
Yes. For those of you who don't know,
What color
Alec.
is this?
For those of you,
What? I don't know. Tan maybe.
No, you got it.
yeah. For those of you who don't know, Alec is red green deficient colorblind. So
He's more than that.
so the going theme is
Salad.
So what color is a fire truck?
Red.
When you see it,
Red.
it's red. But you can that is fire engine fucking red, and you said it was green.
These are dude. That is not the.
That's the
So the
same
going-
color.
so the going
It's the
trend.
same color.
So the going trend is to ask Alec what color things
Hooker.
are.
Yeah, it is for sure.
And I told him.
That's the going thing my whole fucking life.
Well, last week we went to fucking Grand Junction.
Like that fucking sign right there.
You're
That's
like-
red.
And I was like, "Oh man, you look good. You lost some weight." And he's like, "Yeah, I've been eating a lot of salads lately." And I was like, "Oh, what'd you do? Paid a fucking donut green called salad?"
No.
This is salad. It's just a pile of meatloaf, green meatloaf.
The going joke is fucking green jello salad.
Green gels.
Green Jello.
No, we had a great fucking time. We so we went out last Saturday, went to Westfield, Indiana. We drove up to Westfield, Indiana, and went to Grand Junction Brewing and Field Brewing. Field Brewing surprised me. They were like super upscale. The food was fantastic. The beer was good. And then Grand Junction was just like more of our
same color.
No, it's not.
It's the same fucking color.
No, that's the same color.
No, I feel like Grand Junction was more of like our vibe. It's more like
I
old
love
school.
Grand Spy Balloon. Yeah.
Grand Junction was like more of our vibe, and then we went to Field.
Shit's good.
We went to Field, and like Field was good, and the food was fantastic. But when we pulled up, I was like, "Holy shit! What is this place?"
I don't know. They had like that weird like. You said it. You guys. You said you want to go play on the Jungle Gym.
Yeah.
It was a fucking tent.
Whatever.
Dummy made out of PVC. You get your fat ass up on that PVC fucking Jungle
It'd be
Gym.
funny as fuck.
Whee!
But
Look, Mama, I can hang upside down like a possum.
after we went there,
Look at
I had a
me.
thing on TikTok pop up. It was a statistic of the most like illiterate, like
The most illiterate.
dumbest places in Indiana.
Yeah,
was
man.
Westfield was 2.
No,
It was the second.
No, it was Westville.
Westville?
Yeah.
Whatever.
It was Westville because
See, I'm illiterate. I'm from fucking Lawrence County.
because
Hey, Lawrence County extends about an hour and a
because-
half each way, so.
because Martinsville is pretty close to here. Martinsville is number 10.
See, I guess I should go to one of them categories.
Big,
'cause
guy.
goddamn,
I'm
big
literate-
goddamn dummy.
I'm
That's what you are.
I'm big old simpleton.
Yeah, it was Westville.
So you seen that same thing?
Yeah, on TikTok.
Simple Alec.
Simpleton.
You never go full special, man.
Yeah. I went.
Yeah, Westville. Westville, Indiana is. I'm just gonna pull this up on the map because it's kind of funny.
Oh, it's by up top. By La Pointe.
It's by up and top.
It's by La Pointe. It's almost.
It is. It's literally. It's oh shit. That's
It's by Gary.
Yeah, it's literally like probably 30 minutes south of Michigan City.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Gary's probably like an hour away or an hour and a half away.
Yeah, it's right off.
Oh shit, it's just right north of Valparaiso.
Yeah.
There ain't nothing in Valparaiso.
By right off of 65.
I almost booked an Airbnb in Valparaiso one time because Valparaiso is like a German community and it's like super German
Better
oriented.
off going to LaPorte.
Or Seymour.
LaPorte is dope.
Yeah, but I was gonna book an Airbnb in
LaPorte.
It's good.
LaPorte.
Yeah, because they got a bunch of big ass mansions on an inlet there. I think it's just a lake. Not maybe a lake or maybe just a big pond. I think it's a lake.
Oh, I remember. Yeah, we were talking about that when we were driving to Michigan.
Yeah, they got a bunch of shopping centers and
Yeah.
a bunch of big ass houses and restaurants around this big lake in LaPorte, and it's fucking cool.
Well, I don't get out much, so.
No, you don't go anywhere.
No,
How was you recently? Alec recently went by himself to Disneyland. Tell us you went
Disney
to
World?
or Disney World. Sorry, in Orlando or no?
Yeah, Orlando. Yeah,
Okay, so Disneyland is in
California. And
California. Yeah, so Alec recently went to Disneyland by himself. Tell us a little bit about that, man.
Disney World. The first night I was there.
Did you stay in a hotel like off the resort?
No, on property.
Oh, you stayed on
I
property.
stayed on property. I mean, now the first
Where
night,
at?
Pop Century.
Huh? Oh,
It's called Pop Century.
you just camped in your car?
No. I stayed in the it's 50s through the 2000s. It's themed.
Okay.
So I stayed in the 50s themes, and I was in the Lady of the Tramp
That's kind of cool. I like that.
hotel. And so I first night I was really fucking awkward. You know how I am.
Always.
Well, you were
Always
staying by yourself.
It's the first time I've ever been by myself. I went down there, really out of my comfort zone, but I had a few drinks to get out of my comfort
Like
zone.
in the hotel?
At the bar they had there, I'd always
Okay.
go get a Yingling lager,
Makes sense for you.
and then I would get a maybe a Long Island.
Okay.
They just like knock the edge
Yeah.
off, and
How long did you stay there?
a week.
Okay.
So I just sit there and chill out right there. Then I go to these parks. I met so much interesting people.
Yeah.
There is, I got way out of my comfort. I was talking to people. They had this food and wine festival that was going on at Epcot Center, and I went to this Hawaii.
I've seen videos about people going to Disney World for the food and wine like festival.
Oh yeah,
And it's like it's 100% like worth it.
it's worth it. That I mean, you think of Disney World or Disney anything, it's expensive to eat. Okay, beer there is like $14. Don't matter what the fuck you get.
Like even like drink around the world in Epcot.
That's where I'm getting at.
Okay.
It's cheaper to drink at Epcot during these festivals.
And that's at Disney World, right?
At Disney World. Because I think I bought a 12 ounce. They have either a 6 ounce or 12 ounce.
So Disney World is in Florida.
Yes.
Disney World.
Disneyland is in California.
California.
Yeah.
So
Did you fly?
I flew. Yeah.
No, correct me if I'm wrong.
How was that? Flying on a plane by yourself?
No, I've done it before.
Correct me if I'm wrong,
Were
but
you in a row by yourself?
No, I sat next to this guy when coming home was terrible because this kid next to me, I don't know if he had some disability or nothing. I'm not knocking anything.
You can relate.
Disability.
I can relate, brother.
But
What's wrong with you?
he stood up mid-flight and took a fucking shit in his pants right in front of my face.
was he flying with somebody?
Did he just fart?
Yeah, he farted. I mean, and his dad looked over me and goes, "I'm sorry."
You should have shit your pants right in
And
front of
he
you, too.
fucking, he was like, "I'm sorry." I was like,
Alec
you
gassed us
remember-
out about an hour ago.
So Ryan and I had multiple leg surgeries when we were a kid. Your first leg surgery when we were in 4th grade. Do you remember that? You had that kid that was next to you.
Really?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
You had that really nice kid that was next to you, and you probably don't remember, but when we had leg surgeries as a kid, and Ryan had
He had a bedpan and it stunk up the whole room?
Yeah. So the kid he didn't have
I just remember playing Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah, he didn't have so the kid next to Ryan didn't have control of his bowels because he was special needs and he had surgery.
I mean, he obviously had control of his bowels. He shit in the bedpan.
I think he had a colostomy bag, actually. That's what Mom told me, at least. But you were like 10 years old when you had your first leg surgery, and you have the same thing.
So were you?
Yeah, and Mom told me the story, and I still remember it to this day. But it stank really bad, and after that, somebody came in and cleaned it up, and then after that, it didn't stink anymore, and then you got a new room, and then he got a new room because it was like a staging area after you guys both had surgery. But anyway, continue.
All right, I met some interesting people, but me and this guy had a conversation. He's from New York, and I was like, "Oh, okay, you're from New York. I'm a Jets fan." But I said, "What are you, Jets, Giants?" He goes, "Nah, I'm a New York fan. I'm a fan of both of them." I said, "Okay, whatever." And I said, "NBA, you were a Knicks or a Nets fan?" He goes, "Both." I said, "All right."
He's just New York.
He's from New York.
So I said, I went to baseball. I said, Mets or Yankees? He goes, New York. And I said, I looked at his wife. I said, what the fuck? And she goes, yeah, I don't know about him. He's fucking wild.
So where were you staying at? Was it a hotel?
It's a hotel.
Oh, okay.
Bobson Street.
But it was in the premises.
Yeah, they had gondolas.
Did you just
Yeah.
Uber there? Or did you rent a car?
So you would ride a gondola.
I was going to say you can't rent a car.
You would ride a
you're
gondola
25.
to your hotel.
Huh?
You would ride a gondola to your hotel.
When I was coming back from the parks, yes.
That's
It
fucking
was
cool.
there was 2 parks that you ride gondolas.
Riding a gondola drunk as shit. Tell me how you did
That,
that.
oh my god, I was always by myself except
You sat down the whole fucking time.
No. The first night I rode the gondola, I got really drunk at Epcot. I went there at closing, and I sat there and I was like, I ain't fucking sitting in this fucking line. I'm gonna walk.
Like me in Mexico.
I'm gonna walk. I'm gonna walk. So I try to walk to my fucking hotel. I went and started walking on Google Maps, and went to this part, and he goes, I go, oh my, and he went,
You can help. You fucker. Don't sit there and look at me.
he goes, I hear, hey, and he goes,
God.
he yelled, hey, I was like, huh? I showed my phone, he goes, where are you going? I showed my phone, I was like, Google, it's trying to help me back. He goes, you can't go here. I should have known the first place. When I walked to this place, it said, no cameras or no phones. I went to a non-restricted area in Disney World.
You didn't get eaten by an alligator?
No, I went to a non-restricted area in Disney World that no places people should go to. He goes, if you would have went down that tunnel, you would have been banned. I said,
what?
Banned?
Because you would have seen the fucking secrets, bro. You would have seen the Disney fucking World secrets.
You know what the funny fucking thing is? A police officer walked me down that fucking way. I said, I looked at him. I said, so I couldn't go down there by myself, but you walked me down this place with you. But if I went down there by myself, I would have been banned. And he goes, yeah. I said, fucking sense does that fucking make?
If you would have got banned from Disney,
Because technically escorted.
Well, fuck yeah, I'm going to go back next year by myself. I don't give a fuck. I love that. That's probably the most liberating thing I've ever done.
It's good. I went on my first solo
So
trip.
you just Uber to your hotel or whatever?
No, they have this thing called mirrors.
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
Like a bus?
It's a bus. Kind of. Yeah, it's not kind of. It is
So
a
you
bus.
just pay for it with like a package?
It's $15 round trip. I Googled, I got on Uber before at work and looking to see how much it would cost for me to Uber. It's $50 one way. It's $15 round trip. I was like, well, fuck, I'm gonna do
That's not
$50.
How did they confirm that you have it two ways?
You just buy a ticket.
Buy a ticket and they
Okay.
send you an email.
$50 one way and then $15 both ways?
Well, no, 15 for the ride share, like through mirrors.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was $50 Uber, but
Uber.
$15
Yeah.
for getting on this bus back to the airport.
Yeah, so I did the
Okay.
bus. It was a shit show.
And you probably had like a cutoff time or something like that.
Yeah, they put your bags in like designated spots for resorts you're going to go into. I had to dig the first time. I had to dig through my bags because the bus driver lost my bag and put it on another fucking resort.
Seriously?
Seriously.
That sucks, dude.
So
That's
I
like
Anyway,
us. That's like
So
us.
like
That's the exact same shit as us in Mexico. Like
So
your
like-
story
so-
is like ours in Mexico.
So like overall, the trip by yourself was just like super positive, liberating, something new. It was fun. It was definitely something that you probably need to like center yourself.
it got my anxiety levels down. So like I can actually go up to people that I've never talked to now. It's really weird.
Yo, bro,
If-
what you wearing?
Even if I wasn't drunk, I can go up to people and
Oh
talk,
boy, smells
talk,
good.
They're nuts.
talk to now.
That's really cool.
But before that, I could not do that.
And that literally just happened like a couple months ago.
No, 3 weeks ago.
3 years ago. That's awesome, dude. I went on my first solo trip ever, like solo vacation to Red River Gorge in Kentucky. And it was my first solo trip. I was there for 4 days. It was absolutely fantastic, man. And that was my first solo trip. I decided to go there. Ryan let me borrow his car because it saved me a lot of gas money. And that was fantastic. That was my first ever solo trip. And it was great. Because I stayed in a really cool cabin. Every day I would get up, I would do whatever I wanted. I had a hot tub in my cabin. It was a beautiful view. Some of those beautiful views ever in Red River Gorge. And if for people that haven't been to Red River Gorge, Kentucky or Tennessee, the foothills of Appalachians. It's absolutely beautiful. But the cabin I rented, it had a hot tub. I brought some beer with me. There wasn't a lot there, but there was a lot of local bars and people with like local beer on tap, and just talking to people and getting to know them and talking to the locals. It was absolutely fantastic. It was so literally like freeing and liberating, and it was something completely different than like being with somebody else and having to cater to somebody else's needs. You're literally doing exactly what you want when you want to do it, and you don't have to worry about anything else. It was a completely unique experience for me, because before it was either with Cheyenne or with Ryan, and just taking this trip solo, it was absolutely something that I've never done before. It was fantastic. So like people that are out there that have never taken a trip solo, even if it's for like a couple days, just go on a trip solo. Even if it's like an hour away, you're not home. You're going somewhere for a 2-day trip or for a weekend. I went for 4 days. I went for a week. It's absolutely like it's liberating in a way, because the first like day or so I didn't know what to do, and I was like, considering like, what am I going to do? And you just find these places and you go there and you have fun. And you talk to people you never talked to before, and you don't have to cater to anybody else's needs besides yourself. It's actually really is liberating. It's freedom that some people have never felt before, because they always travel with other people. It's actually a really fun time, because you get to do exactly what you want to do when you want to do it with your time there. It's so fun. It really helps you like expand, especially if you have anxiety talking to people, or you're nervous, or all these other things. I highly recommend it. So,
I mean, and that's kind of new for both of you, but I've been alone for a long time, because Cody's lived up here for, 4 years?
Mm-hmm. I've lived up here for over 6 years.
Yeah. So I've been alone for 6 years, and like I've taken trips by myself. Like I went to Michigan by myself with the dog, and then, like today, waiting before we come up here and we were going to go to dinner, I just drove for like 3 hours. I just got in my car, just drove.
Coffee driving vibe?
Yeah. I drove, went to Scottsburg. They had a little coffee shop, and I was telling him we need to go to Scottsburg. Scottsburg is fucking dope.
You drove all the way to Scottsburg?
Yep. Mm-hmm. And downtown, they have a cool-ass tattoo studio. Right next to it is a, like, miniature Dave & Buster's kind of vibe.
No shit.
They have a bunch of games, and inside is a bar, and connected to it is a dope-ass coffee shop where I got coffee. But yeah, I drove to Scottsburg, and then went up and came back through Paoli, and I drove for like 2.5, almost 3 hours.
That's awesome.
Legit, what you said, Cody, you just took the words right out of my mouth. I was going to say that to people, like, if you, not Disney, if you were thinking of like doing a Disney trip or any trip by yourself, you should totally fucking do it, because it is so sweet.
Yeah, it doesn't matter like your social situation, your personal situation. Like
time to yourself is probably some of the best.
Yeah,
go to a movie by yourself.
Oh yeah, I've done that plenty of times.
Have a couple shots in the parking lot. Go see a movie.
Yeah, it's one of those things like married, got a girlfriend or a boyfriend. It's one of those things like having time to yourself and making yourself your own best friend is the most like humbling, centering feeling you could ever do. Even just going on a walk by yourself, it's insane. And like the walk by yourself just doesn't do it, because you always have to come back home. But like being away by yourself is, and even people like going through a breakup or a divorce or something like that, like just do a couple day trip, do a weekend trip, do a 1 day trip. You'll literally feel that freedom and that difference and that literal liberation that is, it's not known a lot of times. It's different than going with somebody else. You don't have to carry anybody else's needs besides yourself.
You don't have to worry about nobody. You can just do what the fuck you want to do.
Exactly.
And if you want to go back and take a fucking nap, you can take a nap.
It doesn't even have to relate to alcohol either. It's literally just you doing exactly what you want to do, and you don't have to cater to anybody else. You don't have to worry about anybody else, like what anybody else wants to do. It's just you.
Yep.
It's fantastic. I highly recommend it. So this next beer we have here, just to take a detour. I'm super excited about this next beer. I've already tasted it. It's absolutely fantastic, actually. You tasted it.
It's from Taxman, man.
Yeah, it's absolutely fantastic, actually. So this is the Hop Audit Pink Boots Black IPA. So the cool thing about this beer is I love Taxman. I love Built Inspired beers, but it's always fun when Taxman releases something like a Black IPA or something different than a Belgian style beer. So the Pink Boots, the Pink Boots brew essentially is a women only picked type of hop style that comes out every year. That
I was gonna say, yeah, they do this every year.
Yes. So the Pink Boots Society picks a hop blend every year. And this is for women, by women, supports breast cancer awareness, supports women everywhere. So this is a black IPA that Taxman has actually introduced the Pink Boots hop blend for the 2023 season. And it's absolutely fantastic. It's so
Didn't they do
smooth.
another one called, it was an all pink can. Didn't somebody do one of those one time? Was it Taxman?
So my old brewery that I worked for, we released one. It was called Run the World. And that was brewed. Ooh. That was brewed by the women that worked at the brewery that I worked for, and it was introduced with the Pink Boots Society beer. So it was literally picked by women for women, and the women brewed it. It was called Run the World, and it was an IPA. It was absolutely fantastic. The Pink Boots Society picks a great hop blend every year, and this by Taxman is a black IPA, and it's absolutely fantastic. I highly recommend if you see anything that introduces Pink Boots Society hop blends. It's absolutely fantastic, and Taxman did a really good black IPA with this. Like this is delicious.
Oh yeah,
this is absolutely delicious.
It's probably the best one you've had today.
It's so good. It's so good. It's so smooth. It's even good for like introductory IPA drinkers. And for people that I've actually met a couple people because my brewery that I work for introduced a black IPA, and a lot of people haven't had black IPAs. The black IPA is literally, it uses the same malt build as like a porter or a stout, so it's dark, and then it has a really killer hop profile, so it really throws people off like a white stout. It's great. If you haven't had a black IPA, I would recommend really trying one. Even like a black ale, if you're not an IPA drinker, a black ale is an absolutely fantastic introductory beer. But this beer is fantastic. So cheers to Taxman and the Pink Boots Society Black IPA. This is absolutely delicious.
Woo! Taxman.
Cheers to that.
Cheers!
Yeah. It's probably the best one you've had today.
Let's go ahead and take a quick another pee break.
Cool.
All right, people, and we're back, and we've got a new beer. So this is called Strata. This is by Fair State Brewing, and this is a single hop with only Strata hops. I absolutely love Strata hops. This is also a double dry hop hazy IPA, and it's 6.2% ABV. This is my first beer from actually Fair State Brewing. The smell is fantastic on this. The taste is absolutely delicious. I absolutely
got COVID molecules all over it.
No. I'm absolutely.
That's what it looks like.
The can art's pretty cool, but like I'm a huge fan of Strata hops. Strata hops are a blend of hops that are actually a breed of hops that are actually very expensive when it comes to brewing.
They send you to the moon.
But Strata hops are absolutely fantastic. They have a great nose, a nice fruity nose to them. But this beer is absolutely fantastic. So, excuse me. Strata by Fair State Brewing. Absolutely fantastic IPA. Hazy IPA. Absolutely delicious. And we also have, I know we haven't done it yet. We were planning to do it throughout the episode. We've got a couple of news articles. I picked out a bunch, some fun ones for the week. So let's go ahead and get into it. So the first one we have here, we here on the Cummcast are known for talking about Pablo Escobar's hippo population when he was the drug kingpin. So,
fuck yeah, we did.
The country of Colombia has actually decided to euthanize all of Pablo Escobar's cocaine hippos.
Good luck with that.
So, we have talked...
I think he started with like...
He started with like 3.
He started with like 3, and then they populated, and now they're just completely covered. Because it's it's a perfect habitat For hippos.
They're actually decimating the crop population in Colombia.
They're killing people.
Really?
So
Yeah.
we've reviewed.
You got him to protect his compound. And
So
then,
over
then, they started breeding. and
Literally,
now they're
literally
everywhere.
over the past 4 years, Ryan and I have reviewed Pablo Escobar's hippos. This is like the third article that's come up, and I seen it. I thought it would fit perfect for the podcast because we have literally this is like the third or fourth news article that we have published about Pablo Escobar's hippos. And at the time, they were just trying to. The last time we reviewed an article about them, they were just trying to not euthanize them, but castrate them. Trying to, as much as they can, basically tranquilize them, castrate them so they can't repopulate the population because they were okay with it.
But cutting the nuts off hippos pretty hard.
Yeah. Unfortunately, because of that, it was very hard. In the last article we did, I remembered that it was going to be a very strenuous task for the natural resources of Colombia. So, unfortunately, they have decided to start euthanizing the actual Pablo Escobar hippo population because they have actually decimated a lot of the crops. There is now hundreds of hippos in Colombia, where Pablo Escobar had started out with 3, which is a lot like when you get a goldfish from the county fair.
It dies in 2 weeks.
Yeah, or it either. So when you get a goldfish from the county fair, it either dies in 2 weeks or it lives for fucking 20 years.
Yeah.
That's literally how it is. So when Escobar was killed by authorities in 1993, many of the animals in his private zoo were relocated. The hippos were pretty much left to their own devices. This turned out to be a bit of
like picking up the 1,000-pound sisters and moving them.
This turned out to be a bit of a daft idea when the cocaine hippos not only supervised their abandonment, they actually thrived in Colombia. Now there's a herd of hippos confirmed to be at least 166 strong hippos, and there have been fears that their numbers could rise to over 1,000 within the next decade, which is 100% possible.
Fuck yeah.
Hippos make more hippos, and the more hippos in the herd, the more hippos they'll make until it grows into an exponential problem. While some of the cocaine hippos have died in accidents coming from being into contact with locals, the question of what to do with the herd at large has been one that is Colombia's.
Want to make money off of it? Take people to Colombia and have them hunt hippos. Rich whiteys.
Yeah, it is. The herd at large. The herd at large has been one of the Colombian authorities has been puzzled over. Now it seems as though the decision has been reached to the fate of Escobar's hippos. According to BBC, about 20 of the 166 hippo herd will be sterilized, while some will be relocated, which will be expensive. Which will be an expensive process. So they've only been able to actually castrate and fix 20 out of those 166 hippos, which I feel like the last time we did this article was almost a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
So they've only been able to do 20 because it's a strenuous activity.
Because catching a hippo is insane.
Yeah.
I got one in a mousetrap. Hippos like cheese. Can you imagine just a fat-ass hippo with its little paw stuck in a mousetrap?
Bro, is this that Rule King Cheese Whiz? Is that white cheddar?
Yeah.
So however many...
Cheese Whiz
Pretty
in
sure
Colombia
hippos
is
are actually really dangerous.
They're really dangerous. They're the number one killer in Africa.
No, it's the water buffalo.
Well, I mean,
Number
hippos are really hungry hippos.
I was gonna say a can of Cheese Whiz in Colombia probably costs like $50.
If not more.
Yeah.
So
The
many
white cheddar.
Many of the hippos will be euthanized after they were declared an invasive species last year, opening a door to a cull of the herd, which some have been calling for. Since hippos are dangerous creatures and sterilizing them puts the people tasking with doing the job at great risk, the argument of culling the herd has grown. Moving them is expensive, and you have to find someone willing to take them first, while sterilization is dangerous, which is why some experts have been pointing towards a cull as an opinion. Hippo during and urine is...
Huh?
Hippo during and urine is toxic, and there are concerns that...
Urine?
I don't know.
Is that shit?
It's a typo. Fucking Joe Harker, you got a typo. There are concerns as the herd grows, the environment changes, and is damaged the animals could cause. Their aggression also makes them dangerous, as hippos kill more people annually in their native Africa than any other animal.
Boom, baby.
So they beat the water buffalo.
Fuck you, buffalo.
So
Did
Escobar,
you know that's where mozzarella cheese comes from?
Where?
Africa?
Sorry, not yeah. Mozz. It is from the water buffalo.
Okay.
Italian, real Italian mozzarella comes from water buffalo.
In Africa.
No, in Italy.
Okay. So Escobar's collection started with only 4 hippos, which years later has grown to 166, and they
Crazy.
live around the
Babies making babies.
Magdalena River.
They look the fuck.
Can we see? Can you scroll down and can we see a hippo driving a Mazda Miata that got in a car crash?
What?
Hippo got in a car crash, man.
Escobar hippo once belonged to Pablo Escobar, killed in horror highway crash.
That's what I mean. He's driving a Mazda Miata.
Nyong.
I think it's more like.
No, it's more like yerp.
You're.
Hippo driving a dirt bike. Killed in
By.
a car crash. Sad.
I'm sorry, what?
Murder the hippos.
Beer belly wrestling.
So the next article I have for you guys is the first ever Florida man games to feature beer belly wrestling, evading arrest, obstacle course.
So there's actually cops chasing this? Chasing the people?
So
you guys want to get into it?
the Florida man?
You got
No, we can make it Indiana
No.
version.
Indiana man?
Indiana.
Indiana man. Beer barrel wrestling.
So the games will poke fun at the state's reputation for producing strange news, stories involving guns, drugs, booze, and reptiles, or some combination of the 4.
All of the above.
So this is coming from St. Augustine, Florida.
Yeah, shout out.
It ain't the Olympics, but a group of Floridians plan to host competitions themed according to the collective
Excuse you,
antics
a group of rednecks.
Yeah. of the beer-loving, gator-processing, rap sheet heavy, bullet-wearing, social media phenomenon known as the Florida Man. Organizers of the Florida Man Games describe the competition as the most insane...
And I love this because they have truly embraced the Florida Man.
So they advertise it as the most insane athletic showdown on Earth. The games will poke fun at Florida's reputation of producing strange news stories involving guns, drugs, booze, and reptiles, or some combination of the 4. Among the contests planned for the next February in St. Augustine, Florida, according to organizers, are the evading arrest obstacle course, in which contestants jump over fences and through yards while being chased by real police officers.
Like I said.
Turn your body cams off! The Category 5 cash grab, in which participants try to grab as much money in a wind-blowing booth, and self-explanatory beer belly wrestling. This isn't a competition. It's one of a kind Floridian spectacle, organizers said on the games. The Florida Man concept credited to the nation's consciousness a decade ago with the hashtag @FloridaMan Twitter account. The account with the tagline, "Real life stories from the world's worst superhero," has been home to the headlines such as Florida Man firebombs garage, then impounded his car and hits his own vehicle, and Florida Man tried to pay for McDonald's with weed. General admission tickets for the event are $45. Jesus Christ.
Whopping.
Bro, you didn't get any fucking free beer with that. That's the price for a beer fest. 2 former stars of the 1990s television show American Gladiators have agreed to serve as referees.
Good God.
A St. Augustine resident is behind the games. Pete Melfi owned the 904 Now, a media outlet covering St. Johns County. We thought, how can we really play these Florida Man headlines that we hear so much about? Someone gave me the idea to make it into an athletic competition. Melfi told the Orlando Sentinel, "It's going to be a wild day of mud games and Florida-style obstacle courses. It's going to really be an opportunity to live that Florida Man life for a day."
So anybody can sign up, really.
Let's go. You want to go?
You might fucking win. You either might win,
Turn right at the crackhead.
or you're either gonna be too fucking drunk. You don't know which way it was up, buddy.
That's all right. I think I might win.
I'm just here by myself, ready to talk to people.
I'm here.
I was like,
As long as y'all ain't got a $50 Uber ride back.
I was like, Disneyland, Florida Man contest.
Yep. So what you're saying is,
am I taking the gold?
Am I taking the gold?
Our sister lives in St. Augustine. That what you're saying is we need to just stay with her and her family for the weekend in February and just join the Florida Man games.
Oh, it's good to see you. Yeah, okay, bye. We're gonna go. We're entered in the Florida Man contest.
You know, I might take the gold. And,
So here's the thing. The funny part is our sister's gonna look at us like we're stupid, but our brother-in-law's gonna be like, I'll drive you.
He would too.
He would definitely drive us there. That's the best part about our brother-in-law. Our brother-in-law is fantastic. He'd be like, I'll drive you guys.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. That's great.
Need a ride?
And then the next article I have for you guys, and the last article, because we're going to finish the episode on a fun note. So Possum runs onto field during Texas Tech football game. This has been widespread news on TikTok, on
Looks
YouTube.
like it stopped.
This has been widespread news on TikTok, on YouTube. It's absolutely hilarious.
Showing up in Lubbock. That just happened at the end of the first
A possum runs in the middle of the field during a Texas Tech football game.
Screaming.
Not happy about being escorted out of the stadium. I'm glad that
Where'd it come from? Trash?
Thing on. I didn't know that was in every.
But both teams are trash.
Big time. Did it crawl out of Britney Spears' pussy? Is that how it got there? So the possum runs across the field. So a possum ran out into the football field during the first quarter. The first quarter of Texas Tech's face-off against Texas Christian University. The first quarter was nearing its end in the Jones AT&T Stadium and Cody Campbell Field in Lubbock. When the possum bounded out into the gridiron, stadium staff chased the possum, were able to ensnare it using an animal catch pole.
They just got one.
Well, I mean, they have to. That's what the Cowboys say. The fucking Cowboys are trash. So that's what I mean. You know, possums live in trash. So you know, they gotta fucking.
Nice.
So the possum's throwing gets big.
Can you imagine the field if a pigeon just landed on the field? They're just like, get the net.
Where's my 12 gauge? Boom. So the possum struggled against being removed from the field, but appeared to be calmed down once it was taken off the ramp.
No shit.
Where'd they put it? They just throw it back in the dumpster?
Hey, you'd be alright, bud. Get out of here.
All right, bud.
Get out of here.
You don't want to see this game.
Give him a little kick. Get out of here, buddy.
That's my-
Get out of here.
Get out her.
And then next game, they had just put a jersey on it. That's my new pet. That's Raji. Raji the possum.
That's your new mascot.
Yeah.
So the possum struggled against being removed from the field, but appeared to be calmed down once it was taken off the ramp. Texas Tech President Lawrence Skovanicki, was caught on camera petting the possum behind the scenes.
Oh my god.
The possum was turned over to Animal Control Services. Texas Tech ended up defeating TCU 35-28. Sports ball!
Oh, lucky possum.
Sports ball!
You better check that lady for fucking rabies or something. I mean, it was probably calmed down because it was playing dead. You know?
Yeah, possums do that, man.
It was playing dead.
Stiffened up. Hey, somehow it got out there without playing dead, so.
Yeah, it was running down the field with the head not even moving.
You know, some big ass security guard was like, "Is that a possum?" And just let it walk by.
I would.
What's that?
Let that motherfucker
What
run
is that
the
thing running there?
He's going for a touchdown. Give him the ball.
Run, Forrest, run.
That's literally the only fucking sound of me.
Run, you goddamn trash rat.
Fucking garbage hound.
Yeah. You got no streakers no more. It's just possums.
Possums be out here, man.
Struggle City.
Speaking of streakers, you didn't even know that. But, my God.
My God.
When I went to Disney.
When you went to Disney.
When I went to Disney, I wish
You didn't even tell the full story.
I wish
you told one story about the gondola, and that was it.
That's
And the
right.
fucking kid that shit his pants.
I wish I was there the week later.
Why?
Because the guy jumped into the lake at World Showcase.
What's World Showcase?
Epcot. That's where the people normally drink around the world. But he jumped in there for $5,000.
He what?
He jumped in there for $5,000.
Something to what?
Who gave him $5,000?
What did he
It's
jump
funny.
into?
World Lagoon is what they call it.
What is it?
It's just a
It's a lagoon.
body of water that is around World Showcase.
Isn't Disney where that kid got fucking eaten by that alligator?
It was at a hotel, yeah.
Yeah.
That was in Florida, right? Orlando?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's no gators.
There ain't no gators in California.
Ain't no gators in California.
I'm sure there is.
No, there's fucking not.
I'm sure there is.
No, just a drug.
They got zoos.
They got zoos, do they?
San Diego Zoo.
So he won $5,000 just by jumping in fucking water.
Yeah, I mean, he got his vacation paid for, but he got banned for the rest of his life.
They just like to ban people, don't
So
they?
they paid him
Yeah,
$5,000.
dude.
Wait. So they paid him $5,000.
I'd do it.
So they paid him $5,000, but you get
Never to
banned.
go back again?
No,
So
like
explain-
his
so
friend,
explain-
his friend
His
paid
friend paid him.
$5,000.
That was on the news or some shit?
Mm-hmm.
So his friend paid him I feel like if I'm gonna get banned out of here for $5,000, you better fucking send me that shit right now.
I better do something worthwhile,
Yeah.
not just jumping in fucking some water. Florida's surrounded by water.
I jump in some water for $5,000 and never go back to fucking Disney World. That's fine with me.
I'll take it.
No, that's not fun.
But that's the thing. That's the thing. Your friend, like, if your friend was like, "I'll pay you $5,000 if you jump in that water," you better fucking send me that $5,000 right now before I get
and do
banned
not
for-
refund it.
Yeah, before I get banned for fucking life. That's the thing.
That's not worth it to me.
It's to me because I've never been to fucking Disney World. I'm planning on going.
Yeah, you should go
No, I shouldn't.
just for Epcot.
Don't fucking
Did
convince
you
me.
build a lightsaber?
No, I didn't. I spent my money more on booze.
Hmm.
But
I'll spend my money talking to people.
dude, I talked to a fuck ton of people. The more people I talk to here, they're more nicer down there than they are fucking around here.
Yeah, they're all on
Florida man.
vacation.
Florida man, bro.
You can't walk up to somebody like, "What you wearing?"
I've talked to this guy. The only way I talk to a lawyer is in legal trouble. But I talked to the damn lawyer down there, like he was my best friend.
Oh yeah,
Granted, we were in an Indiana Jones themed fucking bar, but
Indiana Jones.
Trying to get that idol, bro.
Okie dokie, Dr. Jones. Hold on to your potatoes.
All right, folks. The last beer of the night. Before we close out, we're not going to close out just yet, but the last beer of the night is going to be the Inner Space Black IPA. This is brought to us by the good people at Cedar Creek Brewing Co. of Martinsville, Indiana. This is the collab with This is a collab with Out Here Having a Pint podcast. Absolutely delicious black IPA. 8.3%. You can't do anything better than this, guys. The pink boots.
Damn.
5 out of 5.
Are you trying to suck your owner's dick or something?
No.
Trying to suck his own dick.
No, collaboration with Out Here Having a Pint. This black IPA is phenomenal. I would put this up against the pink boots we just had a minute ago. Absolutely fantastic. Inner Space Black IPA by Cedar Creek Brewing Co.
I mean, the can art is fucking dope.
It's fantastic, and this is a fantastic black IPA. Yeah, I mean it's the brewery I work for. It's absolutely fantastic. Yeah, I mean that's all I gotta say. It's great. It's all black IPAs. Black IPA should be, but the pink boots fantastic. This one's like double 2% or more ABV than the pink boots one. Another great black IPA brought to us by a really good Heartbreaking Brewery. That's all I gotta say, folks.
Thumbs up.
Damn, milking that pig.
He is milking that pig.
Sometimes when life gets hard, life gets you down. You gotta milk that pig,
Gotta
fellas.
milk that teat, baby. Yerp.
Yurt.
Well, if that's all I got, anybody got anything else?
Peace, love, and
Crabs.
yeah.
Joe's Crab Shack.
Peace, love, and crabs.
You remember the first time we went to
Peace,
Jackson-
love, and Disney.
You remember the first time? You remember the first time we went to Jacksonville? There was a fucking Joe's Crab Shack right there on the beach,
God, I'm sorry.
and somebody was like, "You should go to Joe's Crab Shack." And I was like, I looked at Ryan and I was like, "We're not going to Joe's Crab Shack, right?" He goes, "Fuck no."
Yeah, they built Margaritaville there, too.
That's just
Yeah, Margaritaville Hotel,
Yeah.
and we got friends.
Rest in
living-
peace, Warren Buffett. Not Warren Buffett, Jimmy Buffett.
Jimmy Buffett.
No, we actually have. So they built a brand new Margaritaville Hotel in Jacksonville last time we went, and we have friends that live in Jacksonville, and they're like, they have a couple kids. They're like, oh, we just booked a room, just it's in town. They're like 20 minutes away, just in case something happened. They could be there for their kids. And they're like, yeah, we went and stayed and had a room, and it was like fucking super expensive for a night, and it was super expensive for a night, and they're like, yeah, we had fun and shit like that, but they told us the price for the room. I was like, you're better off just fucking booking an Airbnb for a whole weekend. You would pay the same fucking price, dude. Like, don't do that again. Like, it's a very, very nice hotel. Unfortunately, because there's a boardwalk in Jacksonville, you can go to all the bars and stuff like that are open on the boardwalk. You don't actually have to go into the hotel. Margaritaville was like the only hotel that you had to.
It is kind of out of the way.
And you actually had to book a room to go to the bar. And the bar,
I don't think so because they had a place up on the street.
But the bar looked really cool. But it was actually like the outskirts of like everything else in Jacksonville.
I think
Beach.
you could still go in there, but it had Margaritaville and it had like something else built into it on the bottom floor, and then the hotel was upstairs.
It was a Margaritaville bar. Is what it was on the beach.
Yeah, but they had a hotel above it.
We could have went to the bar, but you and I went to the Margaritaville bar in the Bahamas, and it was.
Well, I remember we got that fucking garbage plate of nachos, and it was
like the volcano
a
nachos,
serving dish of nachos, and me and Cody cleaned it up, and they're like, "You eat all that?" And they're like, "Yeah," and they were like looking at it and like they'd never seen it.
We haven't eaten it. We didn't eat anything all fucking day.
How big was it?
It's pretty big.
It was fucking huge, dude.
Like a serving tray.
But we didn't eat anything all day.
Smashed that myself.
We did. Like we were off the boat for 8 hours and we were going to 4 bars.
Yeah.
And that was the second one. It was like, we haven't eaten anything all fucking day, dude. So we fucking ate that. And then we didn't eat anything else, so we got back to the fucking boat.
Yeah.
And then we just fucking pigged out. But I was like, we're not gonna eat anything all fucking day. We might as well eat these fucking nachos for like $20.
Yeah.
But the bar was like, everybody was like, oh, Margaritaville. I was like, fuck this, dude. Give me a fucking... They had like Corona on tap. I was like, give me a fucking Corona and I'm gonna eat these fucking nachos.
I remember that lady who was a bartender. We went to the first place, which was a hotel, and they had like the best fried conch like in town. And that like we played a game. Bless you.
Thank you.
We played a game, and they gave us like these super alcoholic shots. And she's like, "How much for more of that?" And he just poured her another shot, and she's like, "No, how much for a glass?" And it was like a glass like this Pizza X
Bro,
cup.
it was basically fucking blue liqueur and fucking vodka.
Yeah. And she's like, "How much for a glass?" And he's like, "Well, I'll just give you a glass of it." And then he gave her
It was the older lady.
Yes, it was her mom who was like 70.
Yeah.
And then she was like
Did the 70-year-old
50s.
woman get fucking fucked up?
She didn't, but the 50-year-old who was the bartender did. She's like, she got a glass of it that was like this. She drank on that glass the whole time. She was fucking trashed.
It was
And
like
so annoying.
But it was like one of those like welcome shots. It was straight sugar, dude. There wasn't that much alcohol in it.
Mm-mm.
It was straight
So
sugar.
like a sugar.
Yeah, seriously. It was straight sugar because after we had that, I was like, what? And this was a fantastic, like, upscale bar at a golf resort across the island from Nassau. It wasn't in Nassau, it was in the island next to it. Very super upscale, like, golf resort bar. And we went there and he gave us, like, a welcome shot. And Ryan and I just wanted a beer. And I was like, can I get the Bahamian beer is called Kalik.
Collect gold, baby.
Yeah, Kliak. And I was like, can I get cranberry? And he looks at me and goes, do you drink beer? And I was like, yeah. He goes, you don't want that. And I was like, really? He goes, yeah. And I was like, what do you recommend? He's like, the gold. And I was like, okay. So let's get 2 Colette Golds.
So he was trying to upsell you?
No. It was the same price. It was
but I think the cranberry is more for like women.
Yeah, it was literally a Corona style, like Bahamian lager. Like literally, it was Corona style Bahamian lager. It was 7% alcohol.
Okay.
It was fucking insane. It was so smooth. It was so ridiculous. And I looked at the bottle and it said 7%. I was like, this is 7% alcohol. And Ryan's like, this is fucking good.
Mm-hmm.
So like, take Corona, but a little bit better. And it was 7% alcohol. It was fucking insane.
It would look like a Corona, but it wasn't a light beer.
Yeah, it was
a regular
insane. He's like, do you drink? And I was like, yeah. And he goes, get the gold. And I was like, okay. It was insane. 7% alcohol. It was so smooth. Smooth like a Corona. It was crazy. We had like 2 or 3 when we were there and we had to leave. But that lady's like, how much for a fucking thing? By the time we made it to the next one, it was like a 15, 20-minute bus ride to the next bar. She was fucked.
She was trapped. By the time we got back to Senior Frogs, which was the end of the thing, and then we had to walk like about a mile back to the boat. About half mile back to the boat.
Yeah, half mile.
And he's like, oh, the bus driver's like, yeah, I accept tips. And she's like, he accepts tips. Guys, he was great. He accepts tips. And was like, yeah, we fucking know.
Oh, so she was
smashed.
Off literally like blue liqueur and like fucking rum or whatever the fuck you gave her.
Smashed. And that was the first stop.
It was
stopped
just
at like 4 places.
It was just
I feel for her. She probably fucking
had
a wild hangover.
That's the thing. It was just a welcome shot. Is the thing. And like we got back to the boat and we went.
She wanted a glass of it. A glass
at
of
the
a
boat.
shot. Our first stop, she was like, "Can I have a glass of that?" And she got a glass like this
Oh my god!
of that shot. Yeah, it was fucking
I'm
nuts.
Sorry.
She was fucked up, dude. And then we got back to the boat and just fucking went to the main bar in the lobby and met those people that we fucking talked to every day.
Yeah,
that was I would never go on another cruise again, but the best part was the main lobby bar.
We shit water for 3 days.
That's terrible.
Yes. And it wasn't like the alcohol. It was the food.
When we got back to Jacksonville,
it was also processed. Finally, I started eating salads and like just like bagels or like other shit for like breakfast or like eggs. Something that wouldn't make me shit. And finally, like that last day after we got
everything's
back,
preserved.
I finally took a solid
Really?
shit. And then after that, I was like, man, I feel like crap. And we finally got back. And like we finally both
we went to we got back to Jacksonville after 4 days. Went to Target, got 2 kombuchas each, chugged one in the fucking car.
Yeah.
And then drove to our friend's house who lives in Jacksonville. And then shit like gooses for that next fucking day. And then that next day afterwards, the second day we were in Jacksonville,
finally felt normal.
Felt normal.
Just felt like drugged down and like the whole fucking time there, like walking around and shit. I was like, man, it's hot out. It fucking sucks. Like, didn't even like really enjoy myself. And I lost my bag the first time for like 5 hours.
The best part was just going to the main lobby bar. We seen the same people there every fucking day. They were super fucking cool. And then everybody would go do it on the show. We're like, oh, what time are you coming back? They're like, oh, we'll be back at 7. Everybody would meet back, have dinner, and then we come back at 7 o'clock, and everybody would fucking be there, and we just talk. That was the best fucking part, was just going to that main lobby bar and just hanging out with the people that were really fucking cool to talk to. That was actually the best part of it.
And then we met that kid who was fucking his stepmom. That was weird.
Huh?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, what?
When we went to the fancy dinner, you remember?
No!
We sat next to
was his fucking
She
grandma!
was rubbing his back.
He was
all dinner.
He was fucking his grandma?
That was his grandma. He wasn't fucking his grandma.
Whatever.
He wasn't even old enough to fucking drink,
He said
dude.
it was his
fucking
grandma.
He was a fucking...
It was him and 2 of his friends, and they were like mid-20s.
It was his one friend.
It was 2. There was 2
He
of them
wasn't
there.
old enough to drink. He was like fucking 17.
Anyway, and she was just like rubbing his back the whole night. I'm like, he's fucking her. That's fucking
Also, the coolest part was going...
No.
Because we went on Carnival. Also, the coolest part, we went on Carnival, and that was the year they introduced the Alchemy Bar.
Every time we went to the theater, Cody slept.
But because I'm drunk.
Whenever you go on a cruise, have you been on a cruise?
No.
You haven't? They have a mustard
Yeah, you
drill.
did. You went on that one.
I didn't.
Oh, yeah, you didn't. I forgot.
We're going to stop there right now.
Yeah.
When they have a muster drill. A muster drill is like in case there's an emergency.
Yeah.
At the very beginning.
So they separate all the ship into like these different locations, and they talk about
We
if there's
had
an emergency.
drank for 4 hours before
Yeah.
the bus drill.
If there's an emergency,
Oh my God.
yeah, this is what you do. This is where you go.
All I drank was margaritas.
Yeah, all that stuff. So we're sitting in this theater, and it's like theater seating. They have like a play and a movie screen up and stuff, and they were talking. And Cody's sitting beside me, and all I hear is look over, and I bump Cody, and I was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And he's over here sleeping in the mustard drill. Then we got trashed like 2 days later, and they had like a comedy stand-up type of thing, and I look over, and Cody's fucking passed out over in the chair, snoring and shit.
We were fucking drunk, dude. But the coolest part about like the Carnival Cruise Line was they introduced the Alchemy Bar that year that we went. So it was like a real mixology bar. You went up to, you could make your own cocktails, you could have whatever you wanted on the menu. It was all inclusive. And we met some really cool people.
That was the only bad
at the
thing.
bar.
Minimum 15 drinks. I had 15 drinks one day, and I didn't feel shit.
Yeah,
finally
I think Royal, they don't have that.
No, they don't. And finally, I just started drinking their beer. Carnival had I think it was a wheat ale.
Oh, we know, yeah.
They had a wheat ale, and it was 16-ounce cans. And they kept running out, though. But I would have 15 fucking wheat ales and just get smashed. But then all their alcohol was like, I don't know if it was watered down or weak or what, but it was just, if you drank actual alcohol, you didn't get anything from it. But if you drank like their beer, like they had an IPA and they had a wheat ale, and I would just drink their wheat ales.
Yeah, but at the Alchemy Bar, like, we met some really cool people, and I still follow them on Instagram all the time. They're from California, and her
I didn't know
husband.
that. I didn't know you got her Instagram.
Yeah, we still follow each other on Instagram.
Really?
Yeah. They were super nice, super cool. They still like my posts.
The lady and her mom?
Huh?
The lady and her mom?
No. It was the lady and her husband.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. They were like, oh, we'll be back here at 6 o'clock. So we would go back to the Alchemy Bar at 6 o'clock. And
Oh,
just
they
hang
were
out
cool.
with them.
The bigger guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
we would just go back to the Alchemy Bar and hang out with her and her husband at 6 o'clock. And he was a tech guy in California. And we still follow each other on Instagram.
No. Didn't they own a bong shop?
No. That was the one at the main bar.
Yeah.
The main bar, they owned a vape shop where
Yeah.
vape was like coming up. It was the main bar, but at the Alchemy Bar, it was a girl. She had blonde hair, super nice, super alternative. They were from California, and her husband was a tech guy in California, and she just stayed home because he made plenty of money. And he worked for Netflix at the time. That's all I can really say. But they were super cool, super nice. They were a young couple. We still follow each other on the fucking Instagram. They were so fucking cool. Yeah, we literally still follow each other on Instagram, and that was 4 years ago. Super cool people. Yeah, they were super nice. We're like, yeah, we'll be here at 6 o'clock tomorrow. And I was like, okay, we meet them there at 6 o'clock tomorrow, have some cocktails, just talk. Super fucking cool people. Super cool.
Yeah. But I remember in your story when you walked back by yourself in Disney, that reminded me of Mexico. Because as soon as you said that, I was like, that reminds me of me in Mexico. Because Cody, it was a mile, maybe more, back to our hotel. So we had to walk like half a mile. We had to walk like 300 yards through the sand to get to Blacktop. Then we had to walk like a half a mile to the nearest hotel and get on a tractor with like merry-go-round carts that was like bungee corded to a frame, like an old truck frame.
Oh my.
Yeah, so it was like a train and a tractor to get to these. There was like 5 resorts on this place, and it was like a mile long. So you had one resort, and then you go to the next one, and the next one, and the next one, and the next one. And like the rich people were on the smaller resort, which Chris Stapleton was there. He stayed on the smaller resort, and then we met him in the airport on the way back. But he like Cody was like, I'm not walking. This is when we were both like really big. And Cody's like, I'm not walking back. And I was like, and I was shit-faced. This was the last day? It was the last day, right? After Florida Georgia Line?
Second to last day.
After Florida Georgia Line, And like I gave the little Mexican waiter $5, and I just kept giving him money. And the last time I think I probably gave him like $20 that night, and he just kept giving us rum and cokes. And he's like, take two. So we take two, and we'd still have one in our hands. We're pounding 3 at a time, and he'd come back about 10 minutes later. Take two. We got smashed. I don't even remember anything. I don't remember walking back. I don't remember getting on the tractor to go back. I don't remember any of that shit. All I remember is apparently Cody was like, I'm going to fake an ankle injury. Because if you did, they would ask what hotel you were if you were hurt or you were too drunk or whatever. They would give you a golf cart ride back to your hotel room. So Cody apparently faked an ankle injury. He was like, Senor, a hurt ankle. So Cody laid on this fucking golf cart, and he's like, apparently he was like, Ryan, come here, we got to ride back. And I was like, fuck no. So apparently I walked back on my own, got on the tractor back, and the only thing that I can fucking remember is turning the corner to the hotel room, going around the corner, and seeing Cody standing outside the door. And I was like, how'd you fucking beat me here? He like had his shirt off, no shoes, and shorts. And I was like, how the fuck did you beat me here? And he's like, I got a golf cart ride back. But that is the only fucking shit in a foreign country on a resort. I don't know how the fuck I got back. But I got back. I don't remember anything. I don't remember him faking an injury. I don't remember walking back. I just remember turning the corner and seeing him there. That's it. That's all I fucking remember. Smashed. And the cheeseburgers sucked there. Tastes like rat.
It was the worst food we had.
Everybody got in the fucking cheeseburger line. Everybody. It was all inclusive, so all you can eat. And, we went to this trip for free. I didn't know if you knew that. Yeah, it was a free trip. I won it on the radio in 2015. And we went to Mexico for free.
Is this the Carnival cruise?
No.
No.
This is like we actually flew to Mexico and got on this resort. And this was like the first year of Crash My Fly. I don't know if you've heard about it before. Luke Bryan put it on, and now he's in charge of it now. But it was Luke Bryan, Florida Georgia Line, Chris Stapleton, a couple other people that were there. So they had a concert every night. Luke Bryan was first, and then somebody else, and then Chris Stapleton did his soloist before anybody knew who the fuck he was. And then 4 months later, he fucking blew up and won the CMAs. So
the next year,
next year
he won Album of the Year.
Yeah, he won the CMAs. And Florida Georgia Line was there and shit like that. But yeah, I won this trip. But that's the only thing I remember is turning the corner and seeing Cody standing at the door. I was like, "Where the fuck are you at?" I was like, "How did you?"
Do you remember the first night you turned the corner and the fucking floor was wet and you fucking ate?
I did. I ate shit hard.
We also walked like 3/4.
That was the thing is, me and you, fat ass, we handed our bags to the little 4-foot Mexican dude, and he ran up the stairs. Both of them on his shoulders. Ran up the stairs. We took the elevator up, and he's standing at the door waiting on us, and I turned the corner and slipped and fucking bust my ass, looking like a fucking idiot, and he's standing at the door. He's like, "You all right?" And I was like,
he busted it. Like, he turned the corner, and it was like feet over fucking head.
Yeah. Boom! There was like water on the floor, people coming back from the pool.
We just got there.
Yeah. Fucking nightmare.
That hurt.
I remember we got off on the wrong one, too. The wrong resort. And we're like, where the fuck did we go? In sweatpants and fucking sweatshirts, carrying these 30-pound duffel bags.
It was January.
It was January.
We were sweating our asses off.
But there, it was fucking, it was 85. And we're just like carrying these 30-pound duffel bags. I was like, where the fuck did we go?
I'll never forget it, though.
Arguing and all kinds of shit.
That was our first ever out of United States trip, and that was a fucking blast.
The only one I've been on.
That was a fucking blast, man.
I mean, besides the Bahamas.
I've never been out of the country.
It's fun. Different.
It is.
But it's alright.
It's a good time, man. I recommend the Dominican Republic. It's absolutely fantastic.
Nice.
All right, let's close this fucking shit out, man.
All right, everybody.
This has been a fucking great episode. This has been so fun. Tried a shit ton of beer. Alex been here, fucking drinking his heart away.
The whole time, whole 2 hours.
Alex, times I've been fucking talking like a fiend.
Alex been here. He's been having a good time. We've had a good time. This is episode fucking 200. 200 of the Cummcast, guys.
I tried to mimic you. I can't do it.
What?
The good shit at the start. The
woohoo!
Or whatever the fuck. I don't know.
But anyway, let's go ahead and close this thing out. We appreciate you guys so fucking much. This is episode 200 of the Cummcast. This is a historical moment. We've got Alec Bennett here enjoying his fucking time. We've had a fucking blast. This is week number 5 in a row that we have done this thing, and we are going to keep it fucking going. Love you guys so much. Appreciate you guys. Share this podcast. Tell your friends, because the Cummcast is coming in strong. Love you guys so much. Go and check out all the beers that we have reviewed today. They have all been fantastic. None of them have literally, none of these beers have been below expectations. All these beers have been fantastic. Because at the heart of this is just a craft beer loving podcast. We get here, we do some news articles, we riff off each other, and we just have fun once a week. That's literally what this podcast is. So go and check out all these beers we reviewed. I will try to give Ryan a list so he can link them below of all the beers we reviewed. But go check it out, guys. And thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for 200 episodes. And thank you for everybody that has listened to us. And thank you for basically being here and listening to us. That we have literally done this podcast for 4.5 years.
Thanks for listening to two dumbasses ramble on.
Yeah, it'll be 5 years in April. This is insane, and we couldn't do this without you guys. And this has been the absolute most fun that I had once a week for 4.5 years. It's been great. So thank you guys. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, Alec, for being here.
I'm always there.
Let's tag. Ryan's going to tag all the beers in the comments for you to review and check out.
I'll think about it.
Go check them out. They're fantastic. And if you want to see all the beers I'm reviewing, go follow me on Craft Guru 58 on Untappd.com. You can see all the beers I'm reviewing and drinking, and you can follow along with me. Let's close this fucking thing out, Ryan.
All right, you're drunk. I'll finish it. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for downloading. That is the episode, everybody. We love the absolute fucking shit out of you. You have no idea. We love you guys. Go rate and review us on whatever platform you're listening to. It doesn't really fucking matter. I don't care. 5 stars only, please, or I will accept 4. Thanks, Alec, for being on the episode. Mr. Chatterbox over there. Don't say you're fucking sorry.
Well, I love you all.
All right. Appreciate it. All right, everybody. That's it. Remember, stay healthy out there. Tell somebody you love them if you actually love them. If you don't, tell them to fuck off and kiss your ass. That's it, everybody. Life gets hard. Life gets you down. Just milk that motherfucking pig.
Peace. We out.